The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
So, okay, two things here. Number one, apparently this is our 500th show doing this. And we'd like to dedicate this to the memory of Id, who used to work here, and we found out today has died. So, this is for the memory of Id.
It's what he would have wanted.
It's what he would have wanted, and also he's a Christian, so he's literally what he was.
He's gone to heaven.
So this is for Id, who's no longer with us. So we're going to start off with the very first song that we played on the very first episode. But here's the thing: it's one of the most famous songs in the world, right? People say it's a bit cheesy. I love cheese. Okay, so this is one of the most famous songs in the whole wide world. You'll know it, Catherine. You'll probably know it, Sam. You'll certainly know it, dear listener. But there's a slight difference about this version of the song. Can you tell me what the difference is? 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We're booting up the song now. One of the most famous songs in the world. But what's different about it? This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio. Don't tell them, Catherine, you worked it out. Why is that version it's not even slightly different. It's significantly different. I only heard about it today. 0344 499 1000. Good evening, Sheldon.
How you doing, Ian?
I'm good, Sheldon. Why is that version different?
Because the vocal mix is different.
In what does that mean, please? Clarification?
I think that Paul swapped his vocals down with Michael's vocals.
You're absolutely right. McCartney is singing Jackson's lines, and Jackson is singing McCartney's lines. That came out in 2015, that version. They remixed it for 2015. It's such a good song, isn't it?
I love it, and I get criticised for my guilty pleasures too, Ian. But it's got funk, it's got groove.
No, that shouldn't be a guilty pleasure. That is a bona fide classic pop hit.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you aware of, obviously everyone knows the song The Girl Is Mine, that they also did. But do you know the song, is it called The Man?
That does ring a bell that they did that, yeah.
I'm going to play that later on. There's Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson did another song together called The Man, and I would say it's even better than Say, Say, Say.
Well, brilliant. Have you heard the Stones Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury demo?
Demo or mashup?
No. It's proper. It's them in the studio. The studio, the Practical State of Shock.
Yeah.
And Michael did it with Freddie, and then got Mick Jagger in because Freddie couldn't complete it. So there's a demo with all three of them. Look it up. It's mental. It's true.
I wasn't bothered about looking up, but with that menacing tone, Catherine.
Look it up.
Look it up.
25 years of smoking. You know?
Oh, no, mate.
It's all built to this moment.
It's better than, to coin Catherine's phrase, it's better than sucking on a robot's dick.
Well, yeah, I couldn't comment, mate, because I don't have a comparative view, but I might do tomorrow.
Sheldon, nice to talk to you, mate. Thanks for the call.
Cheers, Ian.
Cheers, ta-ta, bye-bye. I'm really getting into McCartney. Found this great podcast from America. Donated $50 to them because they're doing it themselves, and it's really, really good. I mean, a lot of the podcasts I'm getting into now, the things I hate, which are two white, middle-aged men deconstructing music and sucking all of the joy out of it. But I'm really digging this podcast. I can't think what it's called. I'll think of it in a bit and I'll tell you. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And I'm picking, like, the worst McCartney album. So I started off with Give My Regards to Broad Street and a few others. But now I'm doing the good stuff, Tug of War and Pipes of Peace. Oh, I light a candle to
What are they called again? Tug of War?
Tug of War and Pipes of Peace. What's funny about that?
Tug and pipes.
What was the last Paul McCartney UK number one? Solo.
Oh. Was it From Memory Almost Full?
What, in 2004?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, was it later than that?
It was earlier than that.
Oh, dear.
It wasn't this century.
Oh, blimey.
There we go, Frank.
Was it, oh, blimey.
It was the 80s. His last UK solo number one was the 80s.
No, I don't know.
Pipes of Peace.
Oh, right.
And Paul McCartney is the only artist to have had UK number one as a solo. See if you can name the acts, guys. As a solo, as a duo, as a trio, as a quartet, and as a quintet. Oh, mate.
Quintet Wings.
Incorrect answer.
Trio Wings.
Correct answer.
There's more than three people in Wings.
No. Not when they did Mull of Kintyre, there wasn't. It was just the three of them. That was the only number one they had. Yeah, I think it was it. They might have. Anyway, there's only, yeah.
I think you're making that up.
No, I'm not. I'm not making it up.
All right. So quartet, obviously, Beatles.
Yes.
5.
Yeah, it's a toughie.
Was it some sort of charity?
No.
What then?
No.
Frog Chorus?
No, it was Get Back.
Why?
With the Beatles featuring Billy Preston.
That was smooth until you banged your nose with a mic.
I meant to do it. I was doing it as a dramatic effect.
Okay.
So don't try... Whoa, listen, Hey, listen, sister. Just because you had a taste of the big time, don't think you can come and valley big bollocks and get your dick out and put it on the table here. I'm still the boss.
I dream of getting my dick out.
I'm still the boss here, baby. So don't you, just because everybody's got their tongue up your ass, you sit back and you enjoy that rimming, because it ain't gonna... One day, instead of putting their tongue up your ass, you're gonna be putting your tongue up someone else's ass. That's show business, baby. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Can I read you a funny obituary?
I wish you would.
Where did I put it? I saw this on Twitter today. This is great. Right? Sorry?
I know which one.
Do you know? This is for Kathleen Demlow. Kathleen Demlow, bracket Shunk, was born on March the 19th, 1938, to Joseph and Gertrude Shunk of Wabasso. She married Dennis Demlow at St Anne's in Wabasso in 1957 and had 2 children, Gina and Jay.
Oh.
In 1962, she became pregnant by her husband's brother, Lyle Demlow, and moved to California.
Oh.
She abandoned her children, Gina and Jay, who were then raised by her parents in Clements, Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Shunk. She passed away on May the 31st, 2018 in Springfield and will now face judgment. She will not be missed by Gina and Jay, and they understand that this world is a better place without her. Whoa!
Burn. That is a sick burn.
Isn't that great? That's a real obituary. I found another one.
Heavy on the obituary.
Leslie... here we go. Leslie Ray Popeye Charping was born in Galveston, Galveston, on November the 20th, 1942, and passed away January the 30th, 2017, which was 29 years longer than he expected and much longer than he deserved. At a young age, Leslie quickly became a model example of bad parenting combined with mental illness and a complete commitment to drinking, drugs, womanising and being generally offensive. Leslie enlisted to serve in the Navy, but not so much in a brave and patriotic way, but more as part of a plea deal to escape sentencing on criminal charges. Leslie's hobbies include being abusive to his family, expediting trips to heaven for the beloved family pets and fishing, which he was less skilled with than the previously mentioned. Leslie's life served no other obvious purpose. He did not contribute to society or serve his community, and he possessed no redeeming qualities, besides quick-witted sarcasm, which was amusing during his sober days. With Leslie's passing, he will be missed only for what he never did, being a loving husband, father, and good friend. Leslie's passing proves that evil does in fact die, and hopefully marks a time of healing and safety for all.
Blimey. Do you want a nicer one?
Yeah, go on.
Dorothy A. Stella Scrobler was called home to our Lord on Friday, April 24th, 2015. Born July 14th, 1930 to Joseph and Anne Foley, Stella, to all who knew her, was a unique and caring individual who touched the lives of all who knew her. She's survived by her children Charles J. and his wife Lisa, James and his wife Joyce, Michael and his wife Carol, Bridget, Joseph and his wife Cheryl, a shitload of grandchildren, and one big great-grandson.
Obits are funny, man. Because I never really read obituaries, and generally, who does read the obituaries apart from...
Other old people.
Other old people and the family. Go on, what you got? 0344 499 1000, by the way, if you want to join in.
Bill Eaves. Check that face out. It's one you're never going to forget. He's got a lovely downturned mouth.
Yes.
Bill Eaves, 1937 to 2014.
Yeah.
On Saturday, February the 8th, Molson's stock price fell sharply on the news of Bill Eaves' passing. Senior executives at Molson called an emergency meeting to brace for the impact of the anticipated drop in sales. As a highly regarded principal for 33 years with the separate school board he created, many fond memories for staff, students and families. After his retirement, he pursued some of his many hobbies, including cooking, carpentry, gardening, and sending daily joke emails to family and friends. Perhaps most important to Bill was educating people on the dangers of holding in your farts. Sadly, he was unable to attain his lifelong goal of catching his beloved wife Judy cutting the cheese or playing the bum trumpet.
The bum trumpet!
Which he likened to a mythical rarity like spotting Bigfoot or a unicorn. He also mastered the art of swearing while being spattered by grease cooking his famous wings. In fact, he wove a tapestry of obscenities that still hangs over the Greater Kingston area. Before passing, Bill forged a 76-year-old trail of laughter, generosity, compassion and wisdom. He'll be greatly missed by his wife of 50 years, Judy, his children Rob, Tim and Angela.
The bum trumpet. Why do we say, don't speak ill of the dead? Why do we say that? Listen, if someone's an arse when they're alive, why is it controversial when they're dead? I know it's partly because they're not there to defend themselves. I get that bit. But why is it controversial when they're dead to go, Yeah, do you know what? I don't miss that guy. He was horrible to me. He was horrible, and I didn't like the act, and he was really rude to me a few times, and I'm glad that guy's dead. Why is that inappropriate? I mean, you don't want to go up to the, if someone's got kids and go up to their kids and go, hey, your dad was a douche. Let me tell you, don't want to do that. And I guess maybe broadcasting something, on the radio is perhaps in a way going up to a dead guy's kids and going, your dad was a douche. When we say douche, do we mean like spraying water up an anus to clean it or a vagina? That's a douche, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Gosh, you learn something new every day on this show. You probably don't want to learn it, but you do learn it. And don't speak ill of the dead. I remember who was that Australian irritant that used to bully animals until they got revenge and killed him?
Steve Irwin?
Yeah. I remember Steve Irwin died. I was doing the drive time show at LBC. The drive time show at LBC was like this, but more manic. And I said, I never really liked Steve Irwin. I feel sorry for his family, and he's got a little girl and things, but I never really liked him, and I found his act cruel. I thought he used to, belittle animals and used to tease them mercilessly. Everyone got very, very upset. Very upset with me.
It's a big taboo, isn't it?
It is a big taboo. I mean, I thought the way Steve Irwin behaved with animals on camera, who knows what he got up to off camera. If that's what he was doing on camera, what was he doing behind the scenes?
Well, grabbing someone's tail while saying, you're all right, mate.
Yeah.
You're all right, mate. He's not going to convince anyone.
No, I never liked the act.
I did, but I did think he was asking for it.
Yeah, well,
in so many ways. He would chase things up trees and...
Yeah.
I mean,
it was...
take the hint, mate.
People that were asking for it, right? Him, Steve Irwin, the bear guy in that Herner Herzog documentary. You've seen that, haven't you? Yes. The Bear Man, where the guy goes camping amongst the grizzly bears and obviously gets mauled to death. He was asking for
Someone who's asking for it but has yet to been given it.
Yeah.
Ranulph Fiennes.
What, the actor?
No, the explorer who went in the bath and pulled his toes off.
I went in the bath and pulled something off, but...
No, not
my
that.
first one was in the bath.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well... No, his toes, because he had frostbite.
Okay. Yeah, I do... okay, well, this is what we're going to... We're taking a slightly morbid...
and cruel.
Morbid and cruel start to the show. But people who are asking for it, why can't we speak ill of the dead? And anything else you fancy, really. 0344 499 1000. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Take a trip into the alternate reality of late night radio.
I think I'm in something like The Matrix, and so are you.
The Late Night Alternative.
Hello.
With Iain Lee.
Is there anybody out there?
On Talk Radio.
Hello.
Of course, the Darwin Awards are a great place to go for people who are asking for it. Okay? Here's one, just the first one I spotted. Darwin Awards, reticulated python. 28th of January, 2018, Zaim Koznan spotted a 12-foot reticulated python dozing on the side of the road. That sizable snake is worth money. The 35-year-old prepared for this windfall with gloves and a sickle. Sweet success. Swiftly was the first round won, and triumphantly, Zaim held the reptile's head high as he transported it home by motorbike. Picture that crazy scene. Swinging in the air, the displeased captive made a counter-move and wrapped its body round and round its captor, constricting in self-defence. Zaim swerved off the road, and the results of round 2 became apparent to passers-by the next morning. They killed the 3.5-metre snake to free the man's body, and a post-mortem confirmed his death by strangulation. Zaim Callis was described as a quiet person who kept to himself. I mean, I don't want to make light of it because it's someone who died this year, but flipping heck, man, come on. What are you guys thinking? 0344 499 1000. Good evening, Hemo.
Hey. What did you just say? That guy he chopped the snake's head off, and then the snake ate it.
The snake ate the snake. No, he didn't chop the snake's head off. No, the snake squeezed him to death.
Right. How did he give it a chance to? Snakes aren't very fast.
Well, he was riding. He was
holding it, Hemmo.
This guy needs to be in the Darwin Awards himself. He was riding along on a motorbike, holding it, and the snake kind of broke free and wrapped itself around him. Snakes are well fast. What are you talking about?
What, you think you could beat a snake in a race?
No, because snakes are fast.
What
don't you?
What kind of snakes have you been racing, Hemmo?
That's not one that can eat me.
Big fat snakes.
Snake. Well, he didn't eat him. He constricted him.
Okay, right. Okay. Well, fair enough. I'll let the snake have this one.
Okay.
Well, he did.
Even though the snake's dead.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
is the snake dead though?
We don't know if the snake is dead, and the snake has got his head, and the snake didn't eat him, and the snake didn't have to travel very far. But snakes are fast, man. Snakes are well fast.
I've only ever met maybe one or two.
Yeah, and they've been in amphariums, anquibiums, vivariums.
No.
It was on holiday, and they put it over your shoulders.
Yeah, that one will be defanged and doped up to the gills. Do snakes have gills?
Like ours, yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
I remember my local priest when I was a kid growing up.
Yeah.
He used to read out during mass, "Oh, this person has died. This person has died."
Yeah.
And then one week he said, after reading out the people's names, "I'm sure there'll be plenty more of those next week."
He was trailing ahead to next week's deaths. What a professional! What a professional!
God bless.
God bless each and every one of us. We're all going to. Here's the thing, though. We're all going to die sometime, Hemo.
It's true.
Yeah.
Maybe. I've been reading a lot about prolonging your life.
Oh yeah.
New medicines they're bringing out.
Oh yeah. What medicines are they bringing out to make you not die?
It's called rubbish. I don't know.
Okay. Here's the thing I've noticed with you, Hemo. You say stuff and you hope that we won't question it because everything you say is written down on the blue Rizzler paper and it's very easy to put a finger through that.
What do you mean? It's all about the raw papers.
Okay. So go on. People who are asking for it.
I can really think of many, but I thought, how about the Queen?
No, the Queen
of England.
How is the Queen of England asking for it?
Well, no, it was more like she deserves to die.
But the Queen doesn't... Why does the Queen...
Because she's old and she's done loads already. And if she died, we all get a big party.
Well, fair play.
True.
It's absolutely true on all those points there, but she doesn't deserve to die. The Queen dying because she's old and has done loads is not the same as Steve Irwin prodding a crocodile with a stick.
I know,
calling it a tosser.
He was entertaining me, and she doesn't entertain me enough.
Oh man! But okay, well, Emma, we'll send that to the police. That request there.
Outrageous.
That took a dark turn.
He should be on a list.
He's right though. When she dies, we'll have a massive needs. Well, we won't. We'll have like a week of really sombre. I'll get taken off the air.
Yeah.
It'll be a week of really sombre broadcasting. You remember how
filled with people just guessing at what's going on.
Remember how bleak it was when Diana died? Imagine that times 5. We're going to have that. I won't be allowed on. I'll be taken off for a while. Here's the thing. When the Queen dies, I won't get paid. So I want her to stay alive as long as possible or to die just before I'm about to take a 1 or 2 weeks break.
God save the Queen.
God save the Queen. Good evening, Steve.
Hello.
Hello, Steve.
Oh, hi, Ian. Yeah, I was going to say this subject a few days ago when I heard people talking about, the sexes and all the rest of it, men and women and all that. Yes. It seems to be men, a lot of man bashing in the last 30 years. But yeah, I was going to say about.
Hang on. What, Matt? Give us an example, because I don't know what you mean. Give us an example of man bashing from the last 30 years.
Well, I wanted to go on the other thing, really, but
I bet you did.
Yeah, last 30 years on programmes like This Morning with Judy Finnegan, always putting men down.
Well, give me we're narrowing it down. Give me an example of Judy Finnegan on This Morning putting men down.
There's thousands.
Give me one. I don't want thousands. I just want one. Pick one.
I can't. All right, then there was a dog once. There was a dog there. She had a dog on the show.
Yes.
And she actually said, I was watching the show once, a long time ago, about 20 years, and she actually said, well, what do you expect? It's a man. And because it's a male dog.
Fair play.
That's how bad she was. That's how I knew her as yeah.
Well, but what?
But then again, she is. No, I'm not going to say it.
No, don't, because I was going to do a nice clip that we could have videoed.
Start
then.
again.
No, you can't. I like Richard. I can't have you slagging off Richard. No, here's but But do you not think that women have been getting the same treatment, if not worse, for longer?
Well, it shouldn't be all around treatment, so that's how they've reversed it then. So that's why we've had 30 years of man bashing. But can I just say this other thing, Ian?
Well,
it's like
but that's an example from 20 years ago, 30 years of hurt. But what recent? Because this is quite a serious point. If there is some validity in this, then this is quite a serious point. Give me another example. Because I could counter your Judy Finnegan accusation with Essex girls jokes. They're from about the same period.
Yeah, well, you could say about the Irish jokes or whatever as well.
But we're talking about. Well, okay.
Essex jokes is done with fun.
Judy's comment about, well, what do you expect? It's a male dog. I don't think she she left punching the sky, high-fiving her lesbian sisters, going, yeah, that's another nail in the coffin for mankind.
I think you'll be surprised there, Ian.
I know.
That's why presenters like maybe yourself are on today, all this new man stuff. But the main reason I've
hang on, we'll get to the main reason. But you keep just throwing me a little crumb, and I eat it, and I want more crumbs, and you try and move on. So I'm on telly, possibly, because of this new man stuff. I don't know what that means.
Well, maybe you retain your job because you bow to the people at the top of the pyramid. And if you didn't, you'd soon be gone.
Who were the people at the top of the pyramid? Women? Jews? Gays? Who?
Oh, well, you said a bit of it all, actually. I would say man-haters and the rest of the people you just mentioned.
So the top of the pyramid is populated by man-haters, women...
In general, yeah.
Zionists...
Yes,
and homosexuals.
You got it. And I've got nothing against anyone as long as they don't hate other people. No. But a lot of them do seem to hate.
Well, no. Here's the thing. I don't know if you know about gay men. They don't hate men. They literally bum men.
We're not talking about sexual, not at the moment anyway, until my next subject, if you let me.
Let's get on to the next subject, because my brain is fizzing here. It's like hell's a popping in my head.
It might be a bit too much for you, Ian.
Yeah, I think it might be, because I'm stupid. I'm too busy bowing down in front of the gay Jewish lesbians.
Kiss it.
Basically, carrying on from the messed up world we live in.
Yes.
You are not allowed to look too long at an attractive girl, or certainly not whistle. But we have shows like Naked Attraction, where young people show all their bits.
Yep.
You got Jeremy Kyle on in the morning talking about blowjobs in front of 9-year-old kids or whatever who are home.
Well, I wouldn't let my kids watch. First of all, he doesn't use the word blowjobs, but secondly, I wouldn't let my kids watch Jeremy Kyle.
Okay, well, he talked about it got off with the mother, and someone's got off with the mother and the daughter and the grandma together.
Yeah.
Some young guy.
Oh, it's a terrible programme, yeah.
Male or female is watching that, you know.
Yeah.
And then you got things like Geordie Shore where they're having it off. Yeah, you can't comment. You can't say, cool, look at those legs on a girl. Do you see where I'm getting at?
I do see what you're getting at. We live in a time of very conflicting messages. Now, you first think you can't whistle at women because that is aggressive. That is an act of aggression.
But women do it to guys, though, don't they?
No.
Women, it's around the other way. This is what's happened.
No, they don't.
Everything's gone round. Yeah, they do. They go, cool, what I'd do with him, and they even say it in front of their partner.
Well, when?
Which I think is disrespectful.
When have you seen this?
I see it out and about.
When?
I see it on programmes.
Give me an example.
What I want to do with that. You're trying to tell me you've never seen a woman do that.
Give me an example of where you've seen it.
On TV all the time.
One example. Well, if it's all the time, then I'm sure it does happen. I'm sure it does happen. I just want one example so I can kind of focus in on it. What TV programme have you seen it on?
Oh, too many to mention.
You've only got to mention one. You haven't got to mention them all.
Oh God!
Almost as if you can't think of any. Okay, go back to pubs.
No,
so you've heard.
Too many. There's too many.
There's too many, of course. So you can't pick one. So you go back to pubs.
If I said I saw it on the internet, someone would say, "Oh, he gets his information from the internet."
Mate, you can see all kinds of. Catherine, I'll bring you in a second. Don't you worry, mate. You can see all kinds of things. You can see people eating each other's feces on the internet. Doesn't mean it's a regular occurrence, right? So it happens in pubs, right? Women say, "Cool, what I'd like to do to him," right? But so you're saying
that if it was the other way round, it'd be disgusting, wouldn't it?
Well, no, you're saying you don't say that in pubs.
I said I've seen it.
No, but you're saying you don't. Who's stopping you from saying it in pubs? Who's stopping you from leaning over to a friend?
The PC brigade. The people you're talking about at the top. They don't like
the Jews, the gays, and the women. Who's stopping you from leaning over to your friend in a pub?
They don't stop me.
Let me finish. Who's stopping you from leaning over to your friends in a pub and saying quietly, so that no one else hears, "Don't look now, Tony, but that girl working behind the bar is absolutely stunning." Who's stopping you doing that?
No one's
right. So what's the problem? So what's the problem?
I'm thinking of other people because I'm good like that, Ian.
Forget other people. Other people make their own decisions.
Yeah.
If you're doing it quietly, so only your friend can hear, how do you know that other people aren't doing it quietly, so only their friend can hear? If you were to say it, if for example Sam was in the studio with me, and Catherine went out, and I said, "Kath looks really beautiful tonight," right? That's it's a little bit creepy, but that's kind of all right. But if Catherine was in the studio with me and Sam, and in earshot of Catherine, I went to Sam, Sam, have a look at Kath, she's looking fit tonight. And Kath heard it. Can you not understand why that... And we'll get Catherine's view in a minute, because by sheer coincidence, we've got a woman here. Can you not understand why that could be seen... I'm glad about it. Could you not understand... And we'll find out where she sits on the pyramid. Could you not understand how that could be seen as quite intimidating to someone?
But no, sorry, I was thinking about other things then.
Of course you were. This has got a lot to go. If I were to lean over to Sam, within earshot of Catherine, for example, and said, Catherine looks fit, man. What I'd like to do to that. And Catherine heard it.
The other way round. That's what.
No. But I'm saying, can you not understand why that would not be intimidating to the woman that we were with? That if they heard us using sexual language about what we would like to do to them, that would be intimidating, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it be intimidating to a bloke?
Well, answer the question, then we'll come on to that. That would be intimidating.
It depends on the girl, I think.
So if she's if she's like a nice, normal, middle class person, that could be intimidating. If she's a bit of a slapper, that would be all right.
That's your word, Ian. I don't use that word.
Well, what word do you use?
You're listening to me. You're trying to twist everything.
I'm not. I'm trying to narrow it down because you're being too vague. Forget the PC Brigade. The PC Brigade aren't involved in this show. They don't listen to this show. Right?
I don't think there's anything wrong going, she's all right, to your friend.
No, I don't.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the woman saying, he's all right.
Well, then what's your problem?
My problem is the mainstream media that are pushing this transgender agenda.
Wow. You did a quantum leap, dude.
In children's books.
They're not pushing...
None
right.
Stop.
Steve, you've just put down one book and picked up a Blu-ray. You're gone on a completely different subject.
If you let me talk...
No, I'm letting you talk, but... No, I'm trying to let you talk, Steve, but the thing is...
I've got nothing against these people, but what I'm saying is it's being pushed to the max, and people are getting fed up with it. And there'll be thousands and thousands of people listening to me that will agree with me.
Yeah, and they're all bigots and arseholes like you. Now, here's the thing.
See...
No, because you've done...
You're the biggest bigot saying that.
No, I'm not.
You're trying to destroy freedom of speech. I'm far from a bigot.
Here's the thing, Stephen. First of all, freedom of speech is a myth. You know that, don't you? Freedom of speech is a myth.
No.
Well, I'll tell you.
You can say what you want. You can't stop someone thinking what they say.
I can stop you speaking now. I've stopped you speaking now. And I'll explain. If you listen, I'll explain. And also, me calling you an arsehole, that's my freedom of speech, isn't it?
Yeah, but
right, fine. So shut your mouth. Now,
say it. But you're wrong.
Well, okay. Here's the reason why freedom of speech doesn't exist, particularly on radio.
My freedom of speech. You cried like a baby, like a right wuss in the jungle, didn't you? What a wuss! I've never seen such a wuss.
I had to do it because my Zionist lesbian gay paymasters told me to cry, otherwise I wouldn't get £45,000.
Yeah, I'll believe that.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, it's true. Oh God,
I believe that.
Oh, it's true. I had so many Jews and homosexuals telling me you've got to cry, boy, otherwise you're not going to get your paycheck.
Well, it's funny how you got the Jews and homosexuals, and I didn't even mention that. You said it first.
Yeah, and you agreed with me.
You obviously believe some of that.
No, not at all. I just know the kind. I just know the kind of bullshit that arseholes like you come out with. Now, would you let me finish?
But you're the biggest arsehole going. It showed, and that's why no one liked you in the jungle.
That's why I came third. So a lot of people like me. Now, if you
that was false. That was fixed. Your Zionist paymasters did that.
Okay, you're right. So here's the reason freedom of speech doesn't exist on the radio. Can I at least explain that? Because you're an intelligent bloke. You'll get this, right? You cannot phone up a radio station and say libelous stuff. Do you know what libel is?
Of course I do.
Okay.
I've not said nothing libelous.
I haven't said...
I've got nothing against gays, transgender people, or anything like that. But I'm fed up with.
Can I finish making the point? The gays pushing stuff down your throat. Okay, good, great. So I haven't said you said
you
it.
Like that.
You love it. I didn't say that you said anything libelous, but you can't phone up a radio station and you can't use Class A swear words. And you can't libel. So those are just the rules of broadcasting, not the rules of talk radio. Okay. Those are the rules of broadcasting. So already...
Can you say Zionist and Israel as well?
Yes, you can. So...
can you? Because a lot of people don't like to mention Zionist and Israel because you're called anti-Semite if you say that. The anti-Semite is Arabs. Arabs are the most.
Okay, Stephen, you can accuse Israel of being Zionist. Of course you can. That's not anti-Semitic.
Can I accuse them of being cowardly murderers as well that murder Palestinians?
Yeah, sure. You can accuse them of that, mate. Isn't it amazing what you can say? Isn't that amazing what you can say? Right. So here's the thing, right? So the fact that you can't swear and the fact that you can't libel on air instantly shows you that there are restrictions on free speech, and if there are restrictions on free speech doesn't exist on radio, okay?
Swearing's fair enough. I haven't swore once.
No, but listen, you're not listening to what I'm saying. Free speech on a phone-in radio show does not exist.
Well, it should do if you're not swearing.
No, it doesn't, because there are laws.
Anything nasty, then it should be all right.
No, there are laws. The free speech is hindered by the fact you can't swear and you can't libel people. You can talk all around,
and I'm not libelled anyone.
God, you're stupid. You're so stupid. I'm not saying...
No,
I'm not
you're stupid.
No.
I'll tell you what, not many people call me stupid. You must be stupid to call me stupid.
No. You're actually displaying incredible
you define
stupidity.
The word stupid. I mean, I could see you in the jungle. You couldn't get half the bloody things right.
Well, I was the only person that got all of the stars on a one-person trial. If we want to argue about a reality TV show that was fixed by the Jews. Anyway...
Yeah.
You're being really stupid because you can't grasp the very simple concept I'm explaining to you, that free speech on a phone-in radio show doesn't work.
I want you to ring up to say my opinions on things. You're just interrupting, but carry on.
Okay, well, can you at least acknowledge what I'm saying to you? That free speech on a phone-in radio show doesn't exist because there are impositions that you can't swear and you can't be libelous. Have you got that?
Oh, well, you knew I got that, like about 5 minutes ago.
I don't know it, Steve. I don't know it, because you go off on tangents. All right. Now, tell me one children's book that thrusts transgender and LGBT rights down their throats. Because I've got kids, and I've read a lot of kids' books, and I've not read one that's been thrusting transgender issues down their throats. I'd love to read it.
Oh, come on. Look at the supermarkets who want to sell dresses to boys. I mean, come on.
No, Steve, focus. Steve, I'm going to make you focus. No. I'm going to make you focus. I'm going to make you focus on one thing, because what you do is you say something, and as soon as I try and dissect it, you move on to something else. So I'm going to make you focus on this. I'm going to make you. I'm going to make you focus. TV. You have said that children's books force transgender and LGBT issues down their throats. Name one of those books.
There's a pamphlet.
No. You said books. You said books. Name one of those books.
What's the name got to do with it?
Because they don't exist, Stephen. They don't exist. You've made it up.
Well, I ask your listeners to Google it.
No. You've come on with the argument that there are loads of books. Well, tell me one. Tell me one book. You couldn't name a TV program. You came up with a pathetic excuse of women putting down men. You can't name one kid's book.
I'll tell you one. It's called Israeli Mossad.
Right. My 8-year-olds are not reading books called Israeli Mossad since 9/11. That's not in.
Yeah,
that is not in.
Did 9/11?
Yeah, that's not in the primary school library, Steve.
And the first title of it is by deception thou shalt make war.
Steve,
that's Israeli Mossad's motto.
Steve,
that's why they did 9/11 and 7/7 and take part in all these
smoking weed. Stop smoking weed.
State-run.
Okay.
Hope state-run terror campaigns.
And back to what we were talking about. Name one children's. Back to what we were talking about before you went off on another paranoid stoner ramble. Name one children's book that forces or even promotes transgender. Name one children's book, Steve. You said there were hundreds. Let's just have one.
There's been maybe a book. I don't know. I don't want to accuse anyone, but
name one. Name one. Name one.
I can't think.
No, you can't, Steve, because you can't because you listen
Google
to
it. As soon as I'm off, Google it.
No, I'm not going to bother because they don't exist. Listen, you listen to
Of course
right-wing
they
idiots.
exist.
You listen.
Your listeners are hearing things.
You listen to right-wing
day in and day
idiots
out in the papers
Steve,
and in all
Steve,
sorts of things.
Steve, you're pathetic.
publications.
You're pathetic. You
Oh,
listen.
you're pathetic.
You keep throwing
you
back.
can't win.
Well, I've won. I won about 20 minutes ago. You listen
Ask
to
your viewers to ring in and say if you've won.
We don't have viewers. Your
listeners.
All right, Jesus, do you want me to? All right, hang on, stay there. Let's
Yeah.
go. Okay, let's say. Bill.
Don't get your Zionist friends to ring in, though, will
Okay,
ya?
so you won't believe them. You won't believe them if they tell you. Right. Here's the thing, right, Steve. You are a nasty little racist, homophobic bigot with a
You're an
tiny
idiot.
penis.
You're an idiot.
Go and listen
To say
to
that,
John
you're an
Gorn.
idiot. You haven't
Go
got
and
a
listen
clue.
to John Gorn. Go and listen to Tommy Robinson. Go and listen to Raheem
You haven't
Kassam.
got a clue. I
Go
don't
and
like
listen to
Tommy
those
Robinson.
people who are stirring
Tommy
up
Robinson-
all of this
Tommy
shit in
Robinson
the
is a
world,
Zionist
and they
shield,
are scaring
working for
you.
the corrupt
They are
Jews.
scaring you. You are insane. You are a nasty piece of work, and your
No,
time
you're
here is
not.
done. Thanks very much for calling, Stephen. I'll have you know, Stephen, that if I'd not cried on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, I wouldn't have got a cheque for £45,000. Let me tell you, when my Zionist paymasters tell me to dance, then boy oh boy do I dance. And they're telling me to go to the break now.
Kick off your slippers. Don't go to bed. The party is just starting. You can sleep when you're dead. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
What a start to the show. Catherine, sorry, I was going to invite you in then, but I was enjoying myself so much. How dare he say I wasn't liked on I'm a Celebrity? And it was a fit. How dare
He went over more topics than I don't know what. At one point, I just wanted to ask him what his wife thought about all this, but I suspect there was no wife.
Don't do drugs, kids, is all I'm going to say. 0344. That was a proper 90s late night phone in.
That was a man who's furious that life is not fair and it's got to be someone else's fault.
I was really trying. I'm experimenting with my soft voice, and I found it difficult then to do my soft voice. I tried, but I found it difficult. The switchboard is full. Some of you have been waiting for ages and ages. I will get to you. Let's go to Peter first. Good evening, Peter.
Hi, good evening.
Hello, Peter.
How are
What you got? Yeah, good, thank you. What you got?
Well, I was phoning up. I wish you could put us both on at the same time. That guy was a moron, and I use that word loosely as well. He was a numpty. Proper Tommy Robinson fan. And
Well, except he wasn't. He said Tommy Robinson. I don't know if you
Called him
heard
a shill.
At the end of it, he said he was a shill for the Israelis.
But the thing is he just he's an uneducated buffoon. For him to say that I've got two children, an 8 and a 14-year-old, both girls. And my 8-year-old has no idea what racism is. She doesn't know what bigotry is. She doesn't know anything. She sees everybody as they are, and she's reading the same books that every other child is. It's not about what they see in the media. It's about how you bring your children up.
Yeah.
The guy infuriated me, and I think he handled it really well. Well, it was entertaining as well.
He's got the right to vote. As Catherine said in the break, he's an adult. He's finished.
Yeah. He's done. That's how he's going to be until he's... he's probably already quite old now.
But also, he'll consider it an infringement on his freedom of speech that I cut him off. Well, freedom of speech... Here's the thing a lot of people don't understand. Freedom of speech doesn't mean you're allowed necessarily to go on a radio show. That's not freedom of speech is being able to stand out in your living room or in your street and say what you want to say. It doesn't give you the right to be on the radio. That's different.
And also...
And it also doesn't give you the right to be offensive. Freedom of speech is all good and well. You can have an opinion, but it's when it starts becoming offensive that I think that then that's the issue.
They can be as offensive as they like, and they can make themselves sound as stupid as they want, but they can't come on this show, say it, and us go, thanks very much for your call, very interesting.
Well, I think freedom of speech is a weird one, and it is a myth, because if I were to go out, there's things we can't say on the radio because of the laws of the land. But also if I was to go out on the street and say, hey, let's go, who wants to join me beating up some gays? I would rightfully get arrested.
Or standing in an airport and shouting bomb.
Yeah. But freedom of speech, I think you can be offensive, but then you have to be prepared for what comes for causing that offence. Whether that is other people arguing back with you or possibly violence. I'm not condoning violence, but freedom of speech, it will have consequences. It could be being arrested. It could be getting into an argument. It could be getting a smack round the chops. All of these things can happen as a result of your freedom of speech. And I love the way that people who argue about freedom of speech, when I argue against them, they go, oh, you're just curtailing my freedom of speech. Well, no,
absolutely.
I'm exercising mine.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. Somebody who says, oh, we're entitled to freedom of speech, well, back that up then and explain why you are. give me a reason why you have those opinions. They can't. It's as you were saying, they are bigoted. And unfortunately, the guy didn't. He couldn't answer anything. It's almost like he's seen things in the media, just believes it. So I'm going to believe I'm going to believe what I read. You know, it's really sad that he sounds like a fully grown man. He sounds like an adult who's probably nearing retirement age, and it's sad that a man at that age has those opinions and can believe the things that he sees. It's really disheartening.
I feel sorry that Mummy didn't give him the love that he wanted. That's got it. Boils down to all of this stuff. Peter, thank you very much indeed. Let's go to Stephen. Good evening, Stephen.
Oh, hi, Ian.
Hello, Stephen.
I was about to think, sure, follow that. You know, the previous, my namesake, I mean, speaking for 20 minutes about all those things.
He was fine, wasn't he?
Oh, gosh, yeah. So, took my breath away. I was going to ask you, if it's not an insensitive thing, about Ed, because I spoke to a Kiwi Ed, Talk Radio, many times, and could you possibly say what he passed away with? Was it an illness, a long-term illness, or...?
It was just being, I think, and we don't know the full details, it was just being quite bland.
Boredom.
He died of blandness.
No, you're pulling my leg now. No, did he really pass away?
Of blandness.
No.
He called it blindness.
Yeah, he suffered from a disease, I think I got the name right, insipidness. He had a fatal dose of insipidity.
Well, I don't know whether he really died or whether you're... I know he went to the World Service of the BBC.
Same thing, isn't it? I would never joke about a former colleague who I didn't think much of dying. I wouldn't do that. But also, got some sad news that Kelly Betts passed away last night.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so, yeah. But I wouldn't make jokes about that, Stephen. We're not that kind of show.
So he really did pass away then, yeah?
Yeah,
right.
he did.
Oh, right. It was really weird because I mentioned him to James Whale about a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
Just in passing, because a friend mentioned him. Because he arranged for me and her to come into James's show one day. So we had a lot of dealings with Ed, you see.
I'm sorry to break the news to you.
Oh, right. Okay. Can I take it that you and Catherine are reconciled now about the T-shirt saga?
No.
No?
Yes, I thought that was...
No, certainly not.
I thought we were, Stephen.
No, well, you're wrong.
Oh, so it's like a running slaughter, this thing.
And you just ripped the plaster off it. Thanks for that.
Thank you very much indeed. Yes, Steve?
Oh, you're back, Ian. Oh,
I didn't go anywhere, mate. I'm here until 1 o'clock. You're back, and not for much longer.
Good. I'm so glad because that last guy that's a moron himself wanted to call me a moron and everything. Put him on. I'll tell you the name of that children's book that you wanted to know.
You're a nasty piece of work, aren't you, Steve?
you are so wrong, Ian. You're a lousy judge of character.
No.
Is that all you're going to do? Swap insults?
No, because the thing is, we're not swapping insults. I insult you, then you repeat the insult back to me. What's this children's book?
Yeah, because it's in psychology we call it projection, and that's what you're doing.
They call it what? Sorry.
In psychology, we call that projection, and that's what you're doing.
And where did you study?
You're projecting what you are.
Where did you? No, you are. Where did you study psychology, Steve?
Oh, I've done it for years, mate. Just because I might mix up my words a bit and that and stuff like that, you don't think I'm educated.
No, I think you're an idiot. Okay, what's the name of this children's book that promotes...
projection again, Ian. You're very good at that, aren't you? Well, you have to look in the mirror and look in those eyes of yours very carefully, I think.
Look at what, sorry?
I think you'll have to look at your eyes next time you look in the mirror and look very carefully.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said. What did you say? Free speech. What did you say?
About the psychology.
No. Look in the mirror. And what am I looking at in the mirror?
Look into your eyes and see the loser that you are, really. Okay. Even though you're on a radio station,
okay,
you've been on TV.
You sure you didn't mention my nose? You sure you didn't mention my nose?
No, see, you're getting paranoid now.
No, I'm not getting paranoid. I guess it's just hard to...
That's all that Zionist that you mentioned in the first place, Steve. Your Zionist paymasters, that you happen to mention first, and the viewers and the listeners...
because I know how the minds of paranoid right-wing nutjobs like you work. Tell me the name of this children's book.
I'm the most left-wing person going. I'm proud of being a Labour person.
Tell me, God
You're
almighty.
Wrong there again.
There you go.
Your character analysis is lousy.
There you go. Tell me the name of
Labour.
Tell me the name of this...
Jeremy Corbyn. I want Jeremy Corbyn to be the next Prime Minister. So you're wrong.
So you're one of the anti-Semites that support the Labour Party. That's fine. Tell me the name of this children's book.
No, I'll tell you what. It's called A Rainbow Book of Celebration for Children.
Say that again. A rainbow book?
Look it up.
of...
For the celebration of children. Hang on, let me just have another look. Hang on.
Yeah.
Googled it.
26. It's right for me. A rainbow celebration.
Yeah.
Gays and lesbians in books for children.
A rainbow... right.
That's not a children's book.
Say that again. A rainbow celebration...
Children learn the ABCs in this book, featuring multicultural gay and English class, in which he talks about coming out.
What is
and
the Steve? What
of
is
his
the
family.
Steve? What
There
is the
you go.
book called? Because I've just googled it. I can't find it. What age is that book aimed at?
Right. A rainbow celebration.
Yes, got that. Rainbow
Gays and lesbians.
Yes.
In books for children.
Right. Well, what? That's not right. Okay, here we go. A rainbow celebration.
You get a massive drop down after that.
I don't know what you mean by drop down. A rainbow celebration.
A drop down. Well, I
Right.
don't mean what you mean.
And that's the name of a book, is it?
That's a whole series of books for children.
Okay, right. Okay, so let me have a little look here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, a family counting book, ages 2 to 5. This is from the series that Steve was talking about. Children learn to count from 1 to 20 in this book, featuring multicultural, gay and lesbian parented families.
Not what you said, though, is it?
Sorry?
I said I'm reading it now because I'm looking at it as I'm talking.
Steve, I'm looking at it as I'm talking to it. Address this book. This is the book that comes up under that collection, A Rainbow Celebration. Tell me what's wrong with this book.
It doesn't. Top one that I'm reading is a multicultural, gay and lesbian.
Okay, well, we're looking at slightly different ones, but that's the heading. Here's a book. Tell me what's wrong with this book. I'm
saying, well, let children be children. Yeah, don't shove it down their throats that early. Let them develop in what they want to develop into.
Will you let me speak? Hey, Steve, let me speak. Tell me what is wrong with this book, okay? 1, 2, 3, a family counting book. Children learn to count from 1 to 20 in this book, featuring multicultural, gay and lesbian parented families. What's wrong with that?
That's not the book I was looking at. But
what's wrong with
what
that?
I'm saying
so you're
is,
saying that book is okay?
What I'm saying is,
what I'm asking you is that book okay, featuring multicultural, gay and lesbian parented families?
What I'm saying is...
Jesus, answer the question.
You're being like a politician.
No, I'm not. I'm not. No, and you're being like a politician not answering it. But the reason you're not answering it is not because you're too clever to avoid the question. It's because you're too thick to answer the question. Here's the thing. You're a nasty little
there we
bigot.
go with the insults again.
Yeah, Steve,
your projection...
Steve, you're a nasty little racist, homophobic, anti-Semitic liar. Everything you phoned up and said about yourself is a lie. You've not studied psychology, for crying out loud. Watching documentaries on YouTube is not studying psychology. I am so glad that my children are growing up in a world where there are books, where there are gay dads in it and lesbian mums in it. Because you know what? My boys have got friends at school and they've got 2 dads. They've got 2 dads, imagine. So I'm glad that image is portrayed in books so that it doesn't seem weird and it doesn't seem normal. And my children won't grow up to be bigoted, right-wing, racist, anti-Semitic, nasty pieces of work like you, Steve. And all this stuff about, projection, you just project. That's a lazy argument, man. That is a lazy argument. I'm going to give you the last word because I'm a nice guy. But I bet your last word is going to be full of bile and hate. Go on.
You're a coward. You're an absolute coward and a wuss because you have not let me explain who I am and where I come from, and you're totally wrong. So you are the thick one, and your listeners will know that. Anyone that's intelligent will know that, not including that last moron you were talking to, who again is projecting himself. Because he didn't even listen. All he had disagreed with was because I couldn't name a book, and that's all you're disagreeing with. Steve, could you do me... Steve, you're not on the air. I'm going to let you come back on the air. Steve, you're not on the air. They can't hear you, man. Steve, he's put the phone down. I was going to ask him if he'd do me a favour and piss off, but he's done it already. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
There's a man who plays the game of life so well. Ooh, there's such a man. His thoughts you can never tell. Ooh, and it's just the way he thought it would be. 'Cause the day has come for him to be free. Then he laughs, he kicks, then rolls up his sleeves. I'm alive and I'm here forever. This is the man. And it's just the way he thought it would be. 'Cause the day has come for him to be free. Then he laughs and kicks and rolls up his sleeves. I'm alive and I'm here forever. This is the man. There's a man everybody thought they knew. Ooh, there's such a man. He's not like me and you. Ooh, and it's just the way she thought it would be. As he says, something has happened to me. Then he laughs, he kicks and rolls up his feet. I'm alive and I'm here forever. This is the man. And he's just the way he thought it would be. 'Cause the day has come for him to be free. And he laughs as he smiles and rolls up his sleeves. I'm alive and I'm here forever. This is the man. Did you know this man can do anything? Ooh, there's such a man. I wish that we could bring. Ooh, and it's just the way he thought it would be. 'Cause the day has come for him to be free. Then he laughs, he kicks and rolls up his feet. I'm alive and I'm here forever. This is the man. And it's just the way he thought it would be. 'Cause the day has come for him to
That's a song, isn't it? That's a great song. The switchboard is full, so we're going to dive into the phone calls. Feisty show this evening, 0344 499 1000. Good evening, Ragnar.
Hi, Ian. First and foremost, I just want to make sure you're all right, because I saw your tweet a couple of days ago. I'm not going to actually say what the tweet was about. I just wanted to make sure, one, you're all right.
Did you know what? I'm not all right, but I'm not all right. No, but thank you for asking.
Okay, and the second question, it might sit, like, I don't know what you're going to say to this, but see what happens. Why do you entertain, I've seen your show twice now.
Yes.
And some of the callers, like, I'm not looking down on them, but I just wonder why, even though you know, like just from first intro sort of a thing, why do you entertain them?
What do you mean, why do I entertain them? It's my job is to entertain them.
Yeah, but really, it isn't, like, without sounding rude, isn't it just like a waste of your time or a waste of their time? If you know that their repetitive, what's the word, repertoire or whatever it is.
Repetitive repertoire, I like that. I've got a repetitive repertoire. Here's the thing.
So have I, but like that last caller was just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, well, here's the thing. It's not a waste of my time. I get paid very, very well to be here. But possibly letting him on a second...
I didn't mean it like that.
No.
Do you know how I meant?
I don't know. I'm trying to explain it. If you let me, I will. Letting him on a second time, well, it didn't get us anywhere further. You know, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe that was a wrong call. But I enjoyed the first call. I enjoyed it. It was theatre for me. It was
fair enough.
It was
each to their own, innit?
It's a bit of theatre. It's a bit of theatre. And the thing about this show, if there's something you don't like, there'll be something different in 20 minutes.
I was going to say, lastly, have you heard of a guy called Dan Carlin?
Dan Carlin, no.
Yeah, I think he's American. He does wicked history stuff. You've definitely got to check him out. I think you'll really, really like him.
Okay.
And what was I going to say? I forgot the last bit. Damn.
Go on, keep thinking. We're in no rush. Julian and Jasmin and Manny and Bill, they can wait.
Oh, and I was thinking, like, introducing, like, topical discussions, like, on interesting things that you like. Like, and like that way we get to find out more about you.
I think I revealed too much about me on this show. There's me reeling back what I share on Twitter and what I share on the show. And now you want to know more about me? You can ask me a question.
I'm new to the show. This is my second time watching.
Oh, well, bless you, brother. I'm glad you found us.
Most of the time I see you on GMB, bro. So,
well, the GMB me is slightly different from the talk radio me.
I know. I've learned that in the short 2 shows.
Good. Here's the thing, right? People can phone up and ask me anything, and generally, as long as it doesn't hurt my family or people that I care about, I'll generally answer it. And I share loads of stuff. We tend not to do kind of like the big news stories and the kind of topical stuff because everyone else has been doing them all day. So what different stuff could we say? And that's why me and Catherine...
Göbekli Tepe?
Say that again.
Göbekli Tepe?
Catherine? No. Göbekli Tepe?
Yeah, it's Turkish for Potbelly Hill, but basically it's that's a really interesting topic or subject.
What is Göbekli Tepe?
Göbekli Tepe. No, I'm not Turkish. I can't say that. I can send you a tweet with.
Hang on, he's not Turkish, and he's talking Turkish to us, and neither of us understand the Turkish. What are you saying, Ragnar?
Basically, how do I describe this
in English?
In English,
yes.
I'm pretty sure there will be some comments in the YouTube section, but it's a hidden. It was buried. It was It's an archaeological site.
Yeah. Okay. And what have they found?
And it predates Stonehenge by thousands of years. I think by at least 2,500 years.
Okay.
It's really interesting. Definitely look into it and see what you think.
All right.
You know?
Hey, listen, man, I'm glad you found it. How did you find us? You just follow me on Twitter or what?
I ended up following you on Twitter about a couple of weeks back. I've always liked you on the GMB. I've noticed on your Twitter you had that picture with the neck brace thing.
Yeah,
I actually remember the show where you came on, and I was watching that show because I'm watching it most mornings when I get up.
Hey, bless you. Well, I don't know when I'm on again. I'm not on for a couple of weeks, but I love doing Good Morning Britain. They're very, very kind to me, and it's always a thrill. And I'm glad you found the show, Ragnar. Give us a call again. You can call up any time about absolutely anything.
I'm going to listen in first and try to get a gist.
Nice one,
because tonight I wasn't sure he was going here, there, and everywhere.
Well, that is it. That's how the show goes. There is no gist. You know, it's not one of those things where, you know, for the first hour, excuse everyone who's heard this speech before, but for the first hour we're going to talk about Grenfell, and the second hour we're going to talk about Brexit, and the third hour we'll talk about sweets from the 70s. It's literally me and Kath will have a little chat outside, and if those conversations are any good, we might carry them over here into the show. And you know, who knew we were going to talk about freedom of speech and Zionist paymasters? That was down to that wonderful caller, Steve. So, honestly, people can...
when it just starts getting silly. Yeah. Really silly.
But hardly anyone is turned away.
True.
All right, Ragnar, nice one, man. Thank you.
Take care.
Cheers, fella. Bye-bye. Let's go to Ray. Good evening, Ray.
Right, let's get back to Paul McCartney, shall we?
Yes.
Right, since Pipes of Peace, he's been involved with 3 number ones. Can you name them?
Yes, I can. Ferry Aid?
That's the one.
Yay!
I'll give you a clue, 1989.
I don't want a clue.
Oh.
Withdraw your clue.
Don't want any clues, man. The clues are... but my boys are playing... they're playing I Spy. And they got very low threshold for it. Don't they keep going, do you want a clue? No.
But your youngest is better at it now, because it used to always beginning with T, didn't it? Oh, ah.
It was ah. Well, okay, what is it? Apple, aeroplane? No, a car. we got in terrible trouble the other day, my youngest. Something beginning with M, B. Because they do 2 words sometimes.
Is it my bum?
Mum's bum.
I knew it.
Didn't go down well, boys. Not in the current climate. Did not go down well. Particularly as I then did it as my thing the next go. Oh, it didn't go down well. Not in the current climate. 1989, Paul McCartney got to number 1 with Part of. I don't know. Go on.
It was Ferry Cross to Mersey for Hillsborough.
That's Ferry Aid, right?
Ferry Aid?
No, that was 87. It was the Hillsborough disaster single.
So hang on, what was Ferry Aid then? Oh, that was the Brugger.
Ferry Aid was for the ferry disaster.
Oh, that was Let It Be, and then Ferry Cross the Mersey. Oh, do you know what? I was conflating the two songs into one.
Easily done.
Okay. And the last one, another charity one, 2012.
Is it the 2012 when we all thought the world was going to end because of the Mayans?
Not quite.
Okay, go on.
He Ain't Heavy by the Justice Collective.
Take your word for it, Ray. Thank you very much indeed. 034449. I'm not going to give out the phone number because the switchboard is full. This is Talk Radio.
After hours amusement for anarchists, air hostesses, and jet-lagged Antipodeans. G'day, coppers. Can I crash on your floor? The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We got loads of calls, so let's. I keep saying that, and then I'll spend ages with each one because each one is a human being, and I love them all. Good evening, Elizabeth.
Good evening. How are you, lovely?
Oh, all the better for speaking to you, my darling.
You just fluffed his feathers.
Yeah, I tweeted you earlier, just about a few minutes ago. It's about my relationship with my radio boss.
Oh, now, hang on a minute. Now, first of all, Sam and Catherine, I don't want you getting any ideas when you hear this story, okay? All right? Because you two, she's married, he's too young, and so just, okay. But tell the boys and girls what's happened to you, Elizabeth.
Well, I remember phoning you quite a few months ago when you doing an issue talking about mental health issues, and I came online, and you were so lovely to me, and you've been so supportive, and you're an absolute gent. So forget about the ones that accuse you and insult you.
I don't care about those guys.
No, to me, you're lovely. You're a really nice gentleman.
Forget that nonsense, Elizabeth. Give us the dirt. Daddy wants some sugar.
Oh, God.
You want some sugar?
Can't believe I just said that.
Sugar's a poison these days. You be careful.
What's happening with you at work? Come on, give us the dirt.
Right. Well, early on this year, I got the opportunity to do radio, which I've always wanted to do. And this boss of mine, we've known each other for nearly 8 years. We've never argued. We've never had a crossword. We just click. We just kind of, we have the most childish, daftest humour. And about 3 weeks ago, he said to me, I love you. I said, you daft beggar. I said, I love you too. As a really good friend. He said, no, honestly, I would admit. I said, I think I do love you. And
oh, yes! Yes!
Wow.
I know. But
so then, how did you respond to that? Because did you fancy him a bit? Did you have an eye for him?
I just how to put this without it sounding too corny. It was a case of and it took me quite back a bit, because I had been through quite a few dark places, and I thought. And I've had 2 kind of letdowns in life and bullied all my life. And I just actually thought, Ian, that I would never find love again. Oh, that's great. And this happened. And really, Ian, we are so incredibly happy. We make each other laugh every day when we do a show. We just crack up. It's just right now. It's really lovely, and it's really nice.
Come on, Elizabeth, that's brilliant! I'm so pleased for you.
Just to have that feeling of happiness back in my life. It's took me about a good 4.5 years since I lost my precious grandmother, and it's took me all that time now, darling, to actually find happiness once again. And I'm right now, sweetheart. I am just so happy.
Oh, you're going to make me. I'm welling up at this. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful?
I thought I'd let you know because I thought you might just need cheering up, and I thought
that's such a lovely story.
And I just thought, I'll give you a ring and just try and make you night. And
does he own the radio station?
He does. Yes, it's.
So he's got money. He's got money as well. Yeah, this is great. He's ticking every box. Get you extra shifts. He owns. He's got cash. He's probably got a car with his name sprayed on it. This is gold. Oh, mate, that's brilliant news, and thank you. I saw that tweet, and I don't know. I meant to like it. I don't know if I did or not, but thank you.
You did, darling.
I did.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for sharing that, Elizabeth. That's really lovely. You know, this is why I love this show, is because we go from arguing with a racist to having a delightful human being telling me that they're really, really happy because they found someone that they've fallen in love with. That's brilliant, Elizabeth. Well done.
And didn't know something? I would really, one of these days, I would really love to have the opportunity to actually meet you and give you a great big hug.
Well, it's like that, is it?
Somebody like you that's helped. Thank you so much.
It's an open relationship, I see. Right, now we're talking. Like radio in the 70s. Elizabeth, I wish you the best of luck, love. Thank you so much for calling.
Pleasure. Take care, sweetheart.
Cheers, bye-bye, bye-bye. Well, there you go.
She's all loved up.
Isn't she? Isn't she? Won't last.
Well, she better watch it, because she'll be out on her ear if she packs him in.
Oh, that's really sweet. Good for her, good for her. Let's go to Julian. Good evening, Julian.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, mate. What you got for us?
Your friend the racist.
Sorry?
Was he your friend the racist?
I thought you said your friend is a racist and you're about to have a go at Catherine.
No. Well, who knows who's racist and who's not? But you accused the bigot of being racist.
Yeah.
Were you just presuming that a lot of homophobic people are also racist, or did he actually say anything of a racial nature?
Yeah, he did. He was definitely anti-Semitic, which is a form of racism.
Now, why was he anti-Semitic?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Or was he anti-Zionist?
No, he was talking.
There's a big difference. No, we mustn't conflate the two.
No, right now you're being a dick. No, we mustn't conflate the two.
Well, Ian, I'm calling to clarify because I didn't hear the call clearly, and I want to know what
you should have listened. You should have listened. You should have listened more clearly.
I'm at work, Ian.
So am I. So am I.
But go on. What did he say that was anti-Semitic?
No, do you know what? Why should I? Why should I? Because you're phoning up for an argument because you want to talk about anti-Semitism versus Zionism, and I don't want to have that conversation. I know exactly what was said in that argument. I know exactly what he said that was anti-Semitic, and I'm happy with the way it went.
All right, Ian, I didn't want an argument. I like your show. I don't want to bear down on it, and I don't want to argue. I think you're a good presenter.
I am. I'm a brilliant presenter. That's why words are my tools, okay? Words are my weapons, and they are also my shield, and they are my tool. I am very, very specific about what I say on air. Sometimes I don't always get it right, because we're doing a 3-hour improvised show every night. But in arguments like that, I make sure I am absolutely specific when I use words like homophobic, transphobic, and racist. Because I know that there are people like you whose ears prick up when you hear the racist word being thrown around, thinking it's another lefty snowflake cuck liberal just dishing the word racist out willy-nilly. Well, I'm not. He said something that was racist and anti-Semitic.
Okay, which was what?
I'm not telling you. Do you know what? I'm not going to tell you because I feel like you are challenging me and I don't have to defend what I said. Go back and listen.
Well, I'll have to listen again tomorrow.
Yeah, you will, because you're challenging me, and the implication is you don't believe me. He said something that was anti-Semitic.
Ian, you're jumping a lot of guns here, mate. I didn't call up for an argument, honestly. I like your show. And
people can like the show and call up for an argument.
He sounded like a thicko, and I think he may have stumbled over. And a little knowledge is very dangerous.
He didn't have any knowledge. He had zero knowledge. He was talking fantasy stuff. He thinks ITV is controlled by... Well, listen, and then you'll get the anti-Semitic reference.
What I heard, you mentioned the Jews before him. That could be wrong, but that's what I heard.
Oh, so you did hear it then, Julian?
I listened at work and I tuned in and out. And from what I understand, Ian mentioned Jews before him. If I'm wrong, I want to clarify that and say...
So you did hear it. You did hear it. What is the point of this call, caller?
Say that again, Ian?
What is the point of this call, caller? You're trying to catch me out.
No,
you are. You are. And you're failing miserably.
Ian, I phoned up because it's a subject I'm interested in. I didn't hear all of it.
Tell me why you're so interested. Tell me why you're so interested in anti-Semitism. Are you Jewish?
No, I'm a Palestinian supporter, and I.
Right. So why are you so interested? Why are you so interested in anti-Semitism?
Because anti-Semitism is a form of racism which can be used by both sides, and there are idiots who support Palestine because they hate the Jews, and there are people who support Palestine because they're against racism, which is happening in Palestine. People like Jimmy Carter can tell you that.
I don't know who that is.
And he's
I've no interest in knowing
former
who that is.
American president who wrote...
Jimmy Carter. Well, I'm not going to... Well, sadly,
Well,
I've lost Jimmy Carter's telephone number, so I won't be able to give him a call.
we can read his book.
I'm not going to.
Well, you don't have to. It's just very dangerous when people conflate anti-Zionism and anti-racism because there are racist anti-Zionists and there are people like me who are against all forms of racism.
Right, okay.
Including Zionist
Well, go back
white
and
supremacism.
Okay, that's great. Okay, here's the thing. Why are you bringing in all other forms of racism when we're talking about anti-Semitism?
Because you called him a racist, not just an anti-Semite. As you pointed out, it's a form of racism.
Yeah, okay. So if I mention Jews first, so what?
I just wondered why you brought it up. It was like you were putting words in his mouth.
No, I'll tell you why. Because I know exactly how idiots like that minds work, and we could have spent 15 minutes skirting around the issue. So I brought up Jewish paymasters and homosexual paymasters and female paymasters.
An anti-Semitic canard.
Right.
But maybe
will you let me finish? Would you let me finish? Is that you letting me finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
I brought them up because I knew he was skirting around the issue and he needed a little nudge. Now, when I brought those up, he could have said two things. He could have said, whoa, I ain't saying that, you're putting words into my mouth. Or he could have said what he did say, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Words like that. So we just saved 10 minutes of skirting around the issue by me mentioning it first.
I think he said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about sarcastically.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
He didn't know what else to say.
No, Julian, well, you're incorrect. You don't read human beings as well as I do. No, he wasn't being sarcastic.
Well, okay, you're very confident in your reading of people, and you probably knew why he was...
He also talked about my Zionist paymasters fixing I'm a Celebrity.
Honestly, I thought he was being sarcastic. He was dimwit.
He wasn't. No, Julian, he wasn't being sarcastic. Why are you defending him? He wasn't being sarcastic. And here's the thing, right? The reason I'm keeping you on so long is because I know that there's an ulterior motive, and I can't quite work it out with you. There's something.
Look, cards on the table. I am a Palestinian supporter, and I want to. And when I hear Zionism, it's a topic that I'm interested in.
There's something else. There's something else. You're trying to catch me out for some reason. I can't quite work out why. Yes? Have we lost you? Okay. Well, there was Julian, you gone? There was something there. There was a hidden agenda. And whereas with Steve, it was obvious because he was thick. This guy's read a couple of books, and it's a little bit harder to get to. He wasn't being sarcastic, for crying out loud, man. Jesus. This is fun. This is Talk Radio.
Jacked up jive talk for janitors, jazz cats, and gin-soaked boys and girls.
Is that Commando?
If you're awake, you're welcome.
I've got 5 cactus needles stuck in my...
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
James has tweeted, I hope the vibe changes soon. Oh, God, no. I love this vibe. I love this vibe. I hope the vibe gets turned up to 11, man. Let's go to Jasmin. Good evening, Jasmin.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you speaking like that?
Oh, I'm not. I'm saying good evening, and I'm waiting for you to... Why are you speaking like that?
Okay. So, I've fallen in tonight because I've been listening.
Yes.
And I've heard what you said about the royals.
Yes.
And now I feel like I really have to inform you that nowadays people don't die anymore because now we have cryonics.
People don't die anymore because we have cryonics. I must have missed that in the... have we got the papers? I must have missed that in the papers. When did that happen?
I think 20 years ago.
20 years ago. People stopped dying 20 years ago. Did you know that, Catherine?
Oh, I wish someone had told my grandma.
Yeah, man. She missed out on that. There was no need for her to die. Not in the last... She died in the last 20 years,
no.
yeah?
She died in the last 3 months,
There was no need for that. Where is your evidence for this, Jasmin?
I've seen it on telly. I've read about it on the internet.
The internet,
I've talked
of course, the
about
home of
it.
the fact. Yes. Okay. Well, that's good. I can't. You know, when we die, and that's that. And I can't. I can wait. I will wait. But you know, I wish it would hurry up a little bit. Let's get a rig along.
Come
on,
on.
guys. Sorry.
Come on.
Do that again.
Stop that.
Do it in that voice.
Come on.
There we go. That's good. That's Kath's mum's voice. Come on. Tidy your room. Well, Jasmin, if only it were true. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work. I think you've been watching movies.
No, it's true that they hope that in 50 to 100 years, the doctors will be, that they can heal the persons first up.
Yes.
And then they can wake them up again.
Gosh, how awful. There's going to be a lot of very crumbly old people wandering about, and I don't want to be one of them.
Catherine, could you do me a favour? Could you just check if it's a full moon tonight? Because there's something spunky happening.
Yes.
Something very spunky is happening tonight. I don't know what. Or maybe, does Noel Edmonds still do his gotcha Oscars? Is this a gotcha Oscar? Is it? What camera are we on? Noel? Where are you? Yep. Ah! No, that was NTV.
Yeah, it was. I was mixing it up.
Mixing it up.
Mixing my knolls
Mixing my knolls up. Well, I that certainly cleared things up for us, Jasmin.
Yeah, but the thing is that they won't be old because you can also do just the head because that's also a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, of course it'd be cheaper just to do the head, yes.
Body.
Well, so they give you a new body?
Yes, like a robot or so, or organ donation there.
A robot body or an organ
donate
donation?
the whole body.
Well, what would you come back as, Jasmin? A sex bot or an organ donation?
I don't really want to do cryonics because I find it a bit stupid to wake up in maybe 200 years' time because then I couldn't find a job or so.
The reason she doesn't want to do it is because she wouldn't be able to find a job in 300 years' time. What pudding? What pudding?
Yeah, I didn't want it to live then.
Okay, Jasmin. Well, enjoy your death.
Oh, God.
Thanks for calling. I mean, wowzers. Speaking of wowzers, good evening, Bill.
Oh, my God. How's it going?
You know how it's going, Bill. You know how it's going.
Oh, my God. I've been laying there, literally. I've got this migraine. I'm dying. And I don't know if this has helped or not. It's been quite distracting, but... hang on. I can't even get you off loudspeaker. Wait there. I can't see. Wait there. Hang on.
Quick, someone freeze Bill. He's on his way out.
Bill's been on his way out for the last 20 years.
No, well, honest to God, oh my God, that guy Steve, oh my God, he blew my mind.
Yeah, because he made a lot of sense, didn't he? That's what you're thinking. You're going, I shouldn't agree with this, but what he's saying, it really makes a lot of sense.
No, he was quite disturbing.
Oh, okay, right.
But he's read pamphlets, Bill. He's read pamphlets.
No, he's not. He's seen pamphlets on the telly. That's what he's done. He's seen pamphlets on the telly. And we know, I will not let my boys near pamphlets because those pamphlets will turn them gay.
That sounds legit.
Gay-flits. Pamqueers. I don't want them to be gay, so I will not let them read pamphlets.
It'll only make them fancy trying it out. For heaven's sakes.
I don't think he's got kids.
I certainly hope not. I certainly hope not.
Imagine.
It'd be a worry, but I was thinking, well, the initial thing I called in for was the...
Bill, have you put us on speakerphone? Bill!
I can't...
Bill! You should know better!
He's got a headache, Ian. Be gentle.
He should know better than to put us on speakerphone. I'm furious.
If he's going to talk to us like that, why don't we talk to him like that?
Yeah, all right, Bill.
Go on, what are you saying, Bill?
Hang on. There's a reason. It's because I can't quite work out how to get the thing up on the phone.
Don't worry, mate. You carry on. What you got?
Hang on. Let me try and sort this out. It's annoying me.
It's fine, Bill. Go with it.
Yeah, I'm thinking people who deserve it.
Yep.
Well, what's the question?
What have you called in for?
Who was asking for it?
That's it. You're going on about that Steve Irwin bloke. Who's asking for it? It's another, apart from Steve and myself, I think Steve Allen's asking for it.
Oh, no.
No,
I don't even know who that is.
No, Bill.
Can you ask him what it's going to be like?
Cannon.
Right.
See,
Hey.
See, it doesn't work if you're not near the bloody speaker, is it, you
I'm
muppet?
near it, but I can't bloody...
Right, well...
It's putting me under
hang on.
pressure.
No, I know what to do. If I press a button this end, this should take you off speakerphone. Let me try it. Hang on. There we go. Bill? Yeah, that worked perfectly.
Dead of night discourse for disco queens,
I'm related to Jedwood and Dolly Parton.
dairy farmers,
Aye, aye.
and distant fathers.
Yeah, whatever.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
Doing lots of things that we don't know about, we can't control.
on Talk Radio.
Yeah, it's great.
0344 499 1000. Cleo, stay there, come to you in a minute. Let's go to Timothy first. Good evening, Timothy.
Timothy Wiggly.
Sorry?
Timothy Wiggly.
Timothy Wiggly or Wrigley?
Wiggly, as in...
Go on, as in what? He's gone! Oh, no!
Timothy.
Get Timothy back, man! That's exactly what the show needed. Someone started off doing the kid's voice and tell him he's got to do the kid's voice. I want to speak to the kid, not the dad.
We'll pretend we didn't hear the other bit.
Timothy Wiggly. Oh, that's my favourite call of the week. Timothy Wiggly. Oh, he's not going to answer. Timothy!
Come on.
Come on! You're not in trouble.
We know you should be in bed, but we won't tell your mum.
We won't tell your mum or your dad, who obviously took over the phone halfway through that call. Come back on, man. Or if anybody wants to impersonate Timothy Wiggly. Wiggly. As in, we don't know, as in what? Surely Wiggly Worm. It's got to be Wiggly Worm, isn't it?
Maybe that's why I had such a wee voice.
Yeah. Let's go to Cleo. Good evening, Cleo.
It's bloody hilarious.
Isn't it?
Jesus.
Timothy Wiggly.
Oh.
That's the podcast title sorted.
If only we could tempt him back.
I need some advice.
Yeah, go on. We've come to the advice centre, but I'll have to run it past my Zionist paymasters.
Well, this is it, you see. I'm in love. But it's complicated.
Yeah, go on.
It's a dog.
Right, okay. Well, that's weird, yes.
And it's a male.
Yes.
And I've not read a single pamphlet.
Oh, you don't even need to read these
love with
pamphlets
dog.
these days. You just need to see them on the television.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is it Snoopy?
Is it Snoopy?
Might have been Snoopy.
I hate Snoopy. Snoopy is the dullest, most boringest cartoon ever.
It's a trick. Snoopy and Peanuts is a trick. It looks like
And
it's
Charlie
for,
Brown.
It looks like it's for children, but it's not. It's for old American blokes.
It's for old American men who are nearly dying, and
Yeah.
it makes them nostalgic for a time that didn't actually exist. That's what it's
I
for.
did like it as a kid, but only because of the teachers with that sort of...
And I tell you another thing. They are designed classics.
Yeah.
They're beautifully drawn.
Yeah, but they're boring.
Yeah.
But
Boring
yeah.
as F.
It's all
B-A-F.
psychobabble.
Yeah.
And oddly,
Yes.
in my dog relationship, I'm much more like Snoopy than him because he sleeps on my belly,
Wowzers, this really is...
like Woodstock.
Okay, this is taking a very dark
I like that he's found love.
turn.
I needed it. My mum died in December.
There we go. Maybe this is
And I
her
was
come back reincarnated.
Yeah, man. I was well down.
Yeah.
And my brother rang saying his friend was getting rid of his dog. And
Did you
my
have a
brother
sack
helped
he could
walk
borrow?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's called Coco, and he's been on your show, and you don't know it, but he's been on your show.
Well, I find that hard to believe, but I hate dogs.
He's brilliant.
No, he's not.
I've seen a picture.
He
He's
is.
cute. He's cute.
No, I hate dogs. Cats.
He
Cats as well as his
howled on your show.
Okay. I'll...
Yeah, we had someone whistling on your show, and he started whistling. Oh, man. So I rang in and whistled with him.
I hate dogs.
And he howls. He said, yes.
Dogs are boring. No, we're cats.
He's not boring.
Cats are where it's at. When I get this new house, I'm bringing my old cat with me, and then when she dies, I'm going to stuff her,
Oh God.
and then I'm going to get a rescue cat. That's what I'm going to do.
The only trouble is with him being a pup.
Yeah.
He tries to mate with a rather large teddy bear.
Thanks very much for calling. I don't really want to go into the sexual habits of him.
He put it on Twitter, which I think is an infringement of that dog's rights.
Yeah.
It's almost like revenge
Dogs.
porn.
This is why I don't like male dogs. Lipsticks.
Well, the female dogs are no better. My friend's dog, I used to always catch her. She would hump the side of her bed. Like, you know, those hard beds.
Yeah.
I did. What on earth is going on out there?
Get 'em
And
done.
It's the way they look at you while they're doing it.
Get 'em done.
Yeah, you like this?
Get them done, and then they lose the horn. And you can, if it's a boy dog and you get them done, you can turn the nuts into earrings or a delicious soup. We've got a first-time caller. It is Timothy. Good evening, Timothy.
Timothy Wiggly.
Timothy Wiggly?
Yes, that's right.
As in?
As in Wiggly Worm.
Wiggly Worm. Well, Timothy, it's lovely to talk to you. What have you got for us tonight, Timothy?
I wish you had a garden. I never ever had a garden.
You've never had a garden?
Never had a garden.
Oh, what would you like to have in the garden?
Songs from my childhood. He wears nice trousers. He wears nice trousers. I gotta get a big spam.
No! Yes! Timothy Wiggly, ladies and gentlemen. My new favourite caller. Goodbye, Nigel. Goodbye, Alan Caddick. Hello, Timothy Wiggly.
Wow, what a guy.
That was lovely.
Who was that worm?
We'll just never, ever know.
I'm sending that to social media. That might be the shortest clip they've ever experienced, but it's one no one will ever forget.
Now, I want to thank you, Catherine, because I bought into this thing earlier on, and then you gave me a metaphorical slap around the chops.
Yes.
Salad cream.
Yeah. Don't be sucked in again. They've done it before.
I got sucked in, and I bought into it, Oh, they're going to change salad cream to sandwich cream.
Don't you remember a few years ago they said they were going to take it off the market because it wasn't very popular? Cue loads of idiots on Facebook going, oh, but I love salad cream. It's the best. Right? You're doing their advertising for them. This salad cream thing, load of old balls. You mark my words. It'll be around for longer than we will, and it will still be called salad cream.
So we shouldn't even be talking about it now because we're playing the game.
Let's call it something else.
It's gone. Old man spaff.
I think it's delicious, and actually,
Sorry?
yeah, I think it's delicious. And like on a Sunday, if I went to my grand's, you know, she'd put a little buffet on, and there was always a little bowl of that, and you knew it was a treat.
OMS.
Delicious. My mum would never buy it, but my gran couldn't get enough.
Here we go. Hey, buy the Fonzie bike for £150,000. A motorbike used by the Fonz in Happy Days, the action that would have been seen on that bike, could sell for £150,000. The Triumph Trophy TR5 featured prominently in the hit 1970s TV show, usually with actor Henry Winkler sat astride it talking to a harem of girls. It's rumoured he had a boner for 85% of all the time he was filming the Happy Days show.
Not in those jeans.
It is one of 3 bikes used in the series.
Was it the Sunday Monday bike? Come on.
No, I'm leaving you hanging. I'm leaving you hanging. No, because you left me hanging yesterday, so I'm leaving you hanging.
I don't need your high five. I know. We all know.
What's that story?
These are actually quite dark for indoors, aren't they?
They're sunglasses, mate. Dickhead. The show's gone a little bit dry now, and I'll just you were hosting yesterday, and I just wondered, you got loads of calls.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil it for you, though, so
why don't you tell me what you would do now? Because don't forget, from June the 20th, I'm away for 4 nights, and also a week in August. And Catherine is going to, well, she'll definitely be doing the week, 20th of June for those 4 nights. We'll see how it goes in August. Might get some money. But, so, what would you do now to generate calls?
Could you undo a button or two? You can't really, can you?
I can't wear a baseball.
Sorry, that came down from above. You know who's running things.
Yeah, the Zionists.
And the gays and the women.
Yes. What would you do, Catherine, to generate calls? Because
Should we open the phone lines up to gays and women?
Oh, God, no.
Why?
Oh, God, no.
Why?
No.
They run things.
Disgusting. No, thank you. We can do better than that.
Can we?
I can handle having no calls. I'm a professional. It's happened to me 3 or 4 times, but I'm worried about you getting no calls, so I'd like to see...
It's cool. Well, it's not my turn yet, is it?
No,
so
no, it's
I'll
not.
just see how you handle it.
No.
And then
I would like to see what you would do to really get this switchboard horny. Make the switchboard horny. Get people ringing in. Away you go, Catherine. This is your chance to shine.
All right, let me just have a little think.
No. We're on the end. This is now. We're on the end.
Can we
now.
play Listener Guess Who?
Listener
Guess Who?
Guess Who? Okay, explain how that would work.
Well, let's get. If you ring us up, we'll play with you. 0344 499 1000.
She's thinking.
Okay,
She's thinking.
so
you don't know how to
join
play.
us. Well, I'll make it up. So join us. Have we got anyone?
Yeah, people are coming through.
Coming
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
This is the trick, is it? There's no game. 0344 499 1000, please, if you would like to join us.
Okay, well, you've got. There you go. This is the first caller. Alistair.
Hello, Alistair.
Hi, how you doing? Great show tonight.
Isn't it?
know.
No, he's talking about my bit.
Oh, well, can you help us out with a Listener Guess Who game?
If you'd like, yeah.
All right. Think of your favourite caller who's not you, right?
Favourite caller,
Yeah.
right?
And we will ask
Ooh.
questions, okay?
Yeah.
And you can only say yes or no.
Okay.
All
I
right,
think
and we'll try and work out-
I'm just trying to think.
Hello, Gary.
Hello, you all right?
Yeah, we're going to play Listener Guess Who.
I'll guess who. All right.
Right. So Alistair's going to think of a.
One of our more regular callers, maybe.
Yeah.
Just to make it easy for everyone.
I'm in pain at the moment.
You're in what, pain?
Pain. I fell on stage Christmas Day.
That was quite a while ago, Gary.
Oh, you've time travelled from the next Christmas Day. You fell off the stage on Christmas
Come back
Day.
with a vengeance because I'm coughing.
Okay. So do you want to play Guess Who with us?
Or are you too pained?
Too pained up for that. So.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
I was telling you about the pain.
want to come on for a moan?
Okay, well tell us about the pain and then we'll play Guess Who with Alistair.
See me side.
Yeah?
See me side.
Okay.
Have you seen?
I've got pain, haven't I?
Have you seen the doctor?
Yeah, I've got a chest X-ray on whenever I go, like.
Yep.
I've got the climate. Yeah. But this pain was since last Christmas. It's in my side, it's horrible.
Yeah. Whereabouts in your side, mate?
Just on my ribs.
Yeah, you've probably broken a rib.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah, probably. The thing is, do you know what they do to fix broken ribs?
I don't know. No.
They do now. What can they do? They're going to put a rib in a sling?
I hope not.
No, they can't.
Put me in a sling or something.
Why would they put you in a sling if you broke a rib?
I'm broken a rib. I don't think I have. It's happened since Christmas Day, this.
Right, okay. Well, maybe you've punctured a lung.
Oh, I hope not. You're just bringing out the worst things today.
Well, I'm not bringing out the worst things. Not brought out the A or the C, but, again, those are possibilities.
I know.
Okay.
So,
Well, we wish you the best of luck, Gary.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
You be careful lifting that phone.
Okay, and that drug pipe.
Fancy being too pained to play. Too pained.
Okay, Alistair.
Right.
Hi.
Here we go.
You go first, Ian.
Is it?
How many goes we got? Each.
7.
7, why?
Why not?
It's a funny number.
It's not.
Right, you keep note.
Right. You go first, Catherine.
Is the person you're thinking of...
Just ask if it's a man or a woman. That's the first question.
Shush. A man.
Yes.
Is it Alan Caddick?
Yes.
There we go.
I'll just ask you a quick question here before
Of course you can.
I go.
Well, great game,
But
Catherine. Well done.
it's
That
a-
filled 25 seconds of radio. You should be very proud.
Hello, I'm
Good luck
sorry.
filling 3 hours on June the 20th.
I'm blaming Alistair. Fancy
He was
choosing
great.
Caddick.
Alistair was great. He was great. It was you that was rubbish. Yes! I still got it. Yes, Alistair.
No, it's a Paul McCartney question, actually.
There we go, yeah.
Now, since I've been Googling during the show,
yes,
and I'm a bit confused, so I'm sure that you'll probably know the answer.
Of course I will, yes.
Can you confirm that the single, I think with Wings, Sea Moon, was not actually released on an album? originally. I know it's on
I know
compilations.
Seaman was released on an album.
No, Sea Moon.
Oh,
it was a B. I think Sea Moon was a B-side to. Was it B-side to Helen Wheels? I don't know. Helen Wheels is a great song, but
it was apparently. Well, I only know this because it said on Google that it was a double A side. High.
We're gonna get high,
which was banned by the BBC, apparently.
Yes, it was. And we'll play that after the break. I don't think it was on an album, apart from All the Best.
Yeah. Anyway, well, thanks very much, guys.
Absolute pleasure. There we go.
Thanks for ruining my game.
We're here. Well, no, I thought he made the game, actually.
No, ruined.
I thought he made the game. James wants to play Guess Who, and we'll play Guess Who with James in a bit. 03444. I can't wait to see you. So 36912. You got 12 hours of radio to fill.
It's a lot of Guess Who.
You filled 22 seconds of it then. Oh, mate, make sure you got loads of blank tapes to record the shows and Catherine fills in from the 20th. Loads of blank tapes. That's going to be gold. They're going to be circulating at collectors' fairs. 034 will be circulating around BBC Three Counties. Wow. 03444 499 1000. This is the Late Night Alternative. Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Comedy sex song by Paul McCartney, formerly of the Beatles.
Mucky Macca.
Yeah, Mucky Macca, Dirty Macca. 0344 499 1000, the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle, weeknights from 10 o'clock until 1, when Paul... What day are we today? Wednesday? Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Every day this week I've thought it's Thursday.
Well, tomorrow you'll be right.
Paul Ross takes over at 1 o'clock through the night. You can listen to us on DAB, download the app, or go to talkradio.co.uk.
You know what happens at 2?
No.
The release of the latest Rabbit Hole.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Wait, is it another Brighton one?
Another Brighton one. There's one more after this, and then when do we go? Is that London?
Then it's London.
Is it flipping it up
No,
to date?
no.
There must be one in between.
No, there's one in between. We went somewhere. Anyway, get them while you still can, because the paymasters here want to get their grubby hands on the Rabbit Hole, and if it's got a little bit tense with us doing a podcast that isn't part of this station.
Well, we did ask first.
We did ask first, and it's not in my contract, but if they insist on it, then we're going to stop doing it. Because I don't want them to have it. But it's a little bit tense. Let's just say it's a little bit tense. Us doing that. Let's see. Mike Graham often listens to the show. Mike, are they twisting your arm about the Two Mikes podcast? And maybe we could team up as a force together to give them the good old heave ho.
James Whale as well. He's got his own, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
let's.
Howard Hughes.
Yeah, well, Howard will capitulate.
Do you think?
Yeah, he's a pussy. He's a pussy. He believes in Reiki.
Oh, does he?
Well, of course he does. Anyone who believes in Reiki is a pussy.
He thinks people can manipulate him without touching him. Fair enough.
Yeah.
They're going to get it.
So, but James Whale and Mike Graham, we really need to join forces. I think they see us as even after the very tense meeting we had with the podcast man. I think they see me and Catherine as the weak link. So you've got to sign over 2 Mikes because Iain Lee he signed over the Rabbit Hole.
No.
So we need to join forces. It's really weird. It's all News Corps and stuff, which I think is ultimately for the good of this station. But
They don't need it.
No, you don't need it. And if you insist on it, we'll just stop doing it because
We'll do something else.
Because we're like petulant 13-year-olds. Me and Kat.
We'll take our ball home and lock it in a cupboard.
We'll just carry on doing a TV show. Anyway, by the by, let's go to Megan. Good evening, Megan.
Hello.
Hello, Megan.
Hi.
How are you spelling Megan? Are you spelling it with the H or without the H?
No, H.
No H. Okay. Okay.
No, but very straight to the point in this house.
Yeah, you don't. No messing around. No superfluous letters. Not like me with my extra I, my second I. You're straight in there, Megan. You got it. We got the 5 letters. Boom. We're done, Megan. That's it. Next name. Next baby. Next name. Let's move on. What can we do for you tonight, Megan?
Well, I was just thinking off the back of that song, which I listened to with a perfectly legal cigarette in my hand.
Well done. Yes.
What do you think about cannabis legalisation, Ian?
God. I think it's the most boring topic in the world, Megan.
Really?
I think it's boring.
Why?
Well, because here's the thing, right? If you're doing a phone-in radio show and you've not got many calls and you're not comfortable without having calls, well, I'm comfortable without having calls, but if you're not comfortable, what you do to get calls is there's one of 3 things, or you do all 3 things. Should we bring back hanging? What sweets do you remember from the 70s? And should we legalise cannabis? And yet the people will phone in and talk about it, but I just think they're really boring conversations.
Well, lucky for you, Ian, I wasn't born in the 70s.
Oh! Should we bring back hanging?
No.
How about for sex offenders?
What about the sex offenders?
How about for sexy offenders? Like they're criminals, but they're just really fit. I would bring back hanging for them. I don't care. Yeah, they should. Yeah, here's the straight answer. Yeah, they should probably legalise cannabis, and it will happen one day. Now, where are we?
Well, a bit better off with tax, I guess.
Bit better off with what?
Tax. Well, they'll make money off it, won't
they? But why are you? But okay, all right. Let's turn this around. Because I don't want to be mean. You've chosen to call in, and I'm so glad you've called in. I'm so glad. I really want to kneel in front of you and sing you a song on a Spanish guitar. But why are you phoning in about legalising cannabis? Are you a user?
I don't know. Well, if it was legal, I might be.
Well, no, Alice, I'm not going to... So you are? You smoke cannabis?
Yes.
Right, okay. Are you smoking it now?
Yes.
Right. So, but what difference would it make to you if it were legal or not?
Well, I wouldn't have to be watching my back when I get it.
Well, no one gets arrested for buying cannabis anymore.
I live in Northern Ireland, though, Ian, where we do.
Well, then you know, the Northern Ireland is backwards in quite a lot of ways. So you know, come over here.
Oh, it so is.
Come over here. We're smoking. We have like weed parties on in the streets every afternoon at 2:00. You go out. You go out, and if you move house, instead of knocking on the next door's house and saying, "Can I have a cup of sugar?" you say, "Look, I've just moved. Can I get a cup of weed?" And they will give it to you, man.
I've just had a memo from the palace. From now on, Her Majesty will be known as the Queed and not the Queen.
There you go. You see, this is the progressive world we're living in.
I mean, I do visit England, about the mainland in general, on a regular basis.
No. Yeah, and score, man.
It is a moment of freedom. I am originally from England.
You know what? It's hard to hear you through your stoned slur. Hey, listen, I wish all our listeners smoke weed. It will make this tired old act seem a whole lot funnier. Yeah, we need all the help we can get, whether it's chemical, whether it's herbal, whether it's spiritual. We need everything on our favour.
Well, if it helps, I really enjoy tuning into the show.
Yes, and skinning up at the same time.
When I can.
Well, when you can. Hey, here's the thing. Do you know what? It's been so long since I bought an eighth. How much is an eighth these days?
If you're lucky, 30 quid.
30 quid for an eighth?
If you look in the right places.
Flippin' heck! You used to be able to get an eighth for about 15, 20 quid. An eighth? 30 quid? Yeah. Jesus. You know, I used to take a lot of drugs, Megan, and I haven't taken a lot of drugs, well, let's say 13 and a half years, and then maybe in a year's time we'll give you the real date. But I haven't taken a lot of drugs for a long time, for a while. And I just find the whole thing, you know, it's legal in America, in lots of America, or decriminalised. I never quite know the difference. It'll be legal over here at some point soon.
Hopefully.
Well, you know, whatever. You know, it's just, I wish you the best of luck getting stoned, man.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Megan. Bye.
Bye.
And now we have to do the sensible bit, right? I have to say, you know, I'm not going to do it. Make your own decisions. I'm not encouraging you to take drugs at all. My relationship with drugs is very, very rocky for this, you know, most of my drug using. You know, make choices that are sensible and safe, and you know, just be careful. Just be careful. That's what I'd say, and don't be, you know, just be careful. I can't do don't take drugs, guys, because no one's going to listen to me, a junkie, go, well, you know, and you know, I'm also aware that being a 45-year-old man on the radio going, hey guys, don't smoke pot. Whatever you do, if you're gonna, please don't smoke pot, guys. That really is. Where's here we go. Listen, this is Carl Wilson from the Beach Boys. Hang on, he does it better than me. Here we go.
Here's Carl Wilson of the Beach Boys. If you are using hard drugs, get off. They will hurt you, and they'll really wreck your life. You can experience a lot more of life and have a much better time at living if you clean it up.
That's from heroin addict Carl Wilson. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional,
Evening, boss.
the unpredictable, and the completely unorthodox.
Exactly.
With rule-free Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got no internet for the last 4 days.
On Talk Radio.
03444991000 is the telephone number. Let's go to David. Good evening, David.
Good evening.
Oh, it's David Badcock.
Yes, did you not recognise me?
No, well, I recognise... It says you're calling from Rotterdam. Rotherham. Sorry, I do apologise. Good evening, David. David used to be a psychic, and then I'm guessing you've jacked that in now because it's all bullshine.
No, I'm back on the ghost trail.
Okay. I'm moving to a new house one day, hopefully, and I'm inviting Catherine and some listeners to my house to conduct a séance. We're going to do a live séance. We're going to stream it. So we can't do a séance on the radio. We're going to do a live séance from my house, David. Me and some listeners.
How come?
You're not invited. You're not one of the listeners, no.
Right.
No.
Please?
No, I'm inviting Dredge, and I'm inviting Dan, and I'm inviting my mate Scott, and that's it.
But I can offer expert incitements.
No, I think you'll just get too excited and there'll be ectoplasm all over the place.
No. Oh, happy birthday.
It's not my birthday yet.
500 shows.
Oh, yeah, OK, it's the 500th show. 500 of this rubbish.
Outrageous. You're doing very well.
Thank you so much, David. That means so little coming from you.
Oh. So, I thought that I would celebrate it by being professional.
OK, go on then.
And start now.
What size trouser do you want, sir? What's your waist size? Huh?
No. Yeah. Would you like some ghost facts?
Do you know what? Actually, I would love some ghost facts.
Do you know what I want to go with it, though, Ian?
Yeah.
Ghost fact music.
OK, we've got some ghost fact music. Here we go. Here we go.
Am I allowed to go on a speakerphone?
Yeah, go on.
Please.
Just to get this torture over. Is it Vinny's looking at the facts on his phone?
Hello?
Yeah, now we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Just sort of. Just hurry up.
God, this is like a séance.
Right.
So ghosts are clearer.
Yeah. A half-naked, half-frozen chicken haunts the area of Pond Square in London's Highgate.
I know that area. I've never seen a half-naked chicken there.
Well, it's very surprising because lots of people have.
Define half-naked. Is he just wearing a jumper or just trousers?
Plucked of its feathers.
Cock?
Plucked of its feathers.
Cock?
No, chicken.
Okay. Did you just fart then, Catherine?
No.
I heard a rasping noise
No, you
coming
didn't.
from your buttocks.
You did not.
I think I did.
There'd be glitter and rainbows everywhere.
Okay.
Can you see them? No.
Okay, so there's a chicken ghost by a pond in Highgate. Yep, okay.
In 1626, Sir Francis Bacon decided to conduct a spontaneous experiment to test the preservative qualities of snow whilst driving through the square.
A spontaneous experiment. Wowzers. Okay.
However,
yeah.
After stuffing a chicken with snow with his bare hands, he quickly became ill and died.
But the chicken?
Yeah, it's not very clear.
They stuffed it. What, up its bum?
Who was putting snow up whose bum?
He says, however, after stuffing a chicken with snow with his bare hands.
Yes.
So one can only presume up its egg hole or anus.
Yeah.
No, it's called a cloaca.
Hey, come on, mate.
Right. Winston Churchill, Lord Byron, Queen Elizabeth II.
Same story, or is this a new story?
No, this is ghostly fact number 5. That's 2. Right. Winston Churchill, Lord Byron, Queen Elizabeth II, and Mick Jagger are all reported to have seen ghosts.
Okay, I've got no idea what was going on there.
You can stick that up his egg hole.
Good evening, James.
Oh, hi guys. Happy 500th anniversary show.
Thank you, James. You see, we're really
I called up for Guess Who, listener Guess Who.
Okay.
Is there anyone else to play it against?
Me and Kath.
Okay, go on then.
You want to play it against the listener?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. It's the listener Guess Who. So.
03. Okay, well, we have to wait then. 03
That's fine.
499 1000. If you want to play listener Guess Who against hang on a second. Let's see. George, do you want to play listener Guess Who?
Maybe.
Oh,
Mysterious. A bit like Peter Andre. Right, Catherine, you explain the rules to George, and then we'll see if you float his boat.
James is thinking of one of our most prolific callers, but can you guess which one or who? Guess who? All you need to do is ask questions and get a yes or no answer. We'll all do it in turn, and the first one to guess who is the winner.
I don't think I'll be much good at this.
Okay, that's George bailing out. George, we'll come to you in a bit then. Well, then we need to... Fair play. I respect his honesty. Honesty is something that should be respected, Catherine. I hope you learn from that. So...
Was that Rainbow George?
Yes. Was that who you were thinking of?
Against Rainbow George. That'd be amazing.
He doesn't... George, James, put forward your case for playing against Rainbow George.
Well, I don't really know what any of the listeners look like anyway, so it's going to be a car crash one way or another.
Well, we have to use other kinds of descriptions that are more suitable for audio purposes.
Oh, I like it.
See?
Roger? Who's Roger? George, has he persuaded you?
Not really.
No.
And I wanted to gift you
about spirituality.
An advance birthday present. I had an idea came into my mind this evening.
Yes.
And I want to give it to you as a birthday gift.
Okay, what is it?
Do you know anybody that produces underwear? Do you?
St. Michael?
No. I just had this idea for creating a line that would be a real winner.
Yes, go on.
You know our Let's Stick Together slogan?
Yes.
Well, I want to put those on underpants and call them Wonderpants.
Okay.
So
my birthday present is me. My birthday present is me finding a pant manufacturer for you.
No, for you. You could make a fortune out of.
I don't honestly. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm a black kind of boxer guy from Marks and Spencer's. I'm great in that. Not great in that, but I mean what I mean is I'm sorted for ease and whiz for pants. But thank you.
Yeah, but just Wonderpants with the Let's Stick Together slogan.
No.
I think using tick anywhere near a man's genitalia is probably a bad idea.
No.
I just think it's a lovely idea.
Why do you want your trousers to stick together?
So I've got to find another gift for you.
Honestly, I don't want to go... Here's the thing, right? I've told my boys this year, Daddy doesn't want any presents, because I'm moving, and because I've got so much... I've got stuff, and I'm trying to clear stuff out, and I don't want to... If I get a present, it will just go into a packing crate, and I'm fine. I've told my boys, I'm telling my boys, they should have been told, I want them to pick a charity each, and, something that appeals to them, and give £10 to each to the charity. That's what I want.
In the future, I've got I found 2 tapes. My last ever call to James Whale and my last ever call to George Galloway. They wouldn't take my calls after.
Oh, because they're cowards. Both of them are cowards and they're arseholes.
Well, I wouldn't say it as strongly as that.
I wouldn't say it to their faces or online to them, but that's what I think.
You'll enjoy these 2 calls. And Cannabis, have you heard Wilco Johnson's new album with marijuana on it?
No.
No?
No, I'm not going to play it on YouTube. I find the whole marijuana thing, listen, I smoke more than my fair share, and it didn't do me any good, but I don't, and it does a lot of good for other people. But I find the whole discussion around weed so boring, man.
I don't know. I think we should make it compulsory.
No!
Then we'd all chill out.
No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't chill out though. It would mess up. It would mess up a percentage of people. You can't make it compulsory. No.
Depends what it is. I mean, if you could go back to the days when I started smoking, it was Thai sticks for £2.50 a stick, and that was a lovely smoke.
For you, but for me, it would cause problems.
I doubt it.
No, I know it. I know if I were to smoke some Thai stick, at some point that evening, I would be off trying to score cocaine. That's just the way it would go.
I doubt it.
I know it. I know it. I know it. You doubt it. I know it.
Do you?
You can't give weed to an addict. No. Yeah, you can't, because it's a drug, and anything that affects the way I feel is you don't know, but I'm telling you, it's like I can't have get this, George. I can't have a lager shandy. Imagine.
I don't know.
I know. I can't have a lager shandy.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about weed, and that takes you high. And
people can get addicted to weed. Yes.
Yeah, but what's wrong with being addicted to weed? What's wrong with getting?
What's wrong with being addicted to heroin?
I don't know. I've never taken that.
Oh, apparently, I don't know who I was reading this in the other day, but taking heroin is like kissing God, right? This is a description I read. That's a great description. But being addicted to anything is, it gets in the way of living a fulfilling and spiritual life. Now, some people can smoke weed. A lot of people can smoke weed, and they can buy an eighth, and they can have a joint and smoke half the joint and go, oh, I'm done now. And they can go out for the night, or they can go to bed, or they can go and have sex, or they can go and watch a movie. And then 2 days later, they come back. Oh, there's that half a joint. Oh, I've got... And then a month later, a friend will come round. They go, do you know, I think I've got some weed in a drawer somewhere. But there are a small number of people, well, a big number, but a small percentage of people that can't do that. I couldn't do that. Put down a half-finished joint, put the teenth in a drawer and forget about it. I couldn't do that.
I don't know.
No, I know. I'm telling you, it's fact.
I can only speak for myself, and I just enjoy where smoking a bit of weed takes my mind too.
and a lot of people do. But I'm saying you're and that's great. You get on with it and you have a great time. But your suggestion that it's compulsory, I think, is... I'm hoping your tongue was in your cheek, because that's irresponsible and dangerous.
It was in my cheek.
Well, then
but
that's
I think
great.
all drugs should be legal and come with a health warning. It's all about education and I'm sure that is the future.
I'm sure it probably is the future, and you're probably right. But we're doing a legalising drugs phone-in, which is actually quite interesting.
Well, you say that, but it's in it.
Anyway, nice, George.
Wilco Johnson, Marijuana. It's a really good track.
Thank you, George. I appreciate the recommendation. 0344 499 1000. James, stay there. We might have found someone who wants to play the game with you. This is Talk Radio.
The late night alternative with that man, Iain Lee. There's no strangers here, just friends you haven't stalked on Facebook yet.
Have never sent my picture to anyone who didn't request it.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Yes.
I'm now getting people on Twitter telling me the difference between psychologically and physiologically addictive. And Catherine, you made a really good point of why phone-ins about legalising weed and drugs is so boring.
Yeah, because people love doing it, and they will argue and argue and argue and argue, and it's boring for everyone else.
It's really boring.
It's as boring as being in a room full of drunk people when you're not drunk.
It's really boring. Please bear in mind, cannabis is psychologically addictive. Heroin and coke and alcohol are physiologically addictive.
Okay, so we can agree they're addictive then.
Yeah, so but why would I bear that in mind? So why would I want to bear that in mind? I know my experience of drugs. I know the very first NA meeting I ever went to. Phoned up the hotline and said, I got a problem, guys. And I was met by two very nice gentlemen, the names of whom I've forgotten one of them, but they met me at a tube station and said, we'll take you to the meeting. And so I got in there and I was wired. And one of the guys, so we were kind of chatting about stuff, and one of the guys said, well, I'm addicted to weed. I thought, what? Can't be addicted to weed? What a pussy. I'm there because of cocaine and ecstasy and all this. Are you addicted to weed? And I thought that, because I bought into that myth that you can't get addicted to weed. Yeah, you can. Whether it's psychologically or physically or physiologically, who cares? I have known many people who were obsessed with weed and felt compulsed to buy it. And when they weren't smoking it, they were finding ways and means to get more. And that was what their lives became. And to be an addict, you don't have to be doing it all the time. If it's interfering with your life, and if you're being secretive about it, there's a chance that there might be something going on. It's boring, man. It's boring. For goodness sakes. Right. Now we've got a problem, James.
Iain?
Yes?
I'm addicted to drinking car brake fluid.
Well,
I can stop any time I want.
We got two problems. First problem is you're not funny. Second problem is we've got Paul who wants to play. Say hello to Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Hello.
Okay.
Right, Paul.
Yeah. And
He sounds fun.
Paul sounds like a fun guy. And we've also got Sheila who wants to play. Oh, hang on a minute. I can't get the. Hang on a minute. Take you off conference. Hang on. I'm going to have to put you. Why? Conference. Let's try it. Right. Sheila, you want to play as well.
Oh, there we go.
I do want to play, but actually, I don't think it should be me because I don't know anyone except for Rainbow George. So you play, I'll listen, and I'll call after you finished. Yeah.
Well, do you want to stay on the line and just chip in with motivational? You know, like you're at a football match or something.
Cheerleader.
Yeah.
I think we'll need it with
Yes,
Paul.
that'll be fun. Yes, I'd like that.
Because we need your perkiness.
I thought I'd just phone up because you were asking for callers.
Yeah.
But I don't really remember anyone.
No, don't worry. Neither do I, Sheila.
He doesn't.
Right. So, James, how you're going to play against what? So, I don't understand how you're going to play against Paul. You want us to think of someone?
No, James thinks of it, and
well, hang on a minute. It's not your show yet.
it's my game, though.
Well, it's not your game, actually. It's Hasbro.
I made it up.
No, you didn't. Hasbro
I made this version up.
No, you didn't. You stole a really well-famous game from Hasbro, probably breaking all kinds of copyright infringements. You cannot pass this off as your own. Okay?
I tell you what, Kat's actually been dead funny the past, 2 years, so I think we should let her choose.
All right, here we go. And it is my game.
And I really hope Paul wins.
Right. All right, I'm thinking of one.
For God's sake, this is so bloody boring. This is.
Wait.
Sorry, Paul.
Wait.
That's okay.
Sorry, James.
That's fine.
Do you want to cheer us on, Sheila?
Woo!
There we go.
Woo!
Got one.
All right. So we'll take it in turns. Paul, you can go first, then James, then me. Go on, Paul.
So I've got to guess the person.
You've got to guess the person that Catherine's thinking of.
Oh, I thought Catherine. Right.
Oh, no, exactly. That's what I thought. Paul, that's what I thought as well, Paul. But Catherine's being a dick.
Do they wear glasses?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Oh, for God's sakes! Come on!
That's not the sort of question you need to ask. But I'm going to. That's a point down.
Okay. You've got 7 questions each.
Right. So Paul's
All
done.
right.
I don't agree with that because everybody wears glasses. Pretty much, once you get over sort of 30, everyone wears glasses.
So Paul. So okay, let me help Paul. Will this person be wearing glasses at some point in the future if their eyes deteriorate?
Probably.
There we go. Right. Thank you, Sheila, for clearing that up.
That's still a question down, and we're no closer.
Right, James, go.
Is it a man?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it? Did this caller phone up last night?
No.
I've got some. By the way, but Megan, I couldn't. You're arguing with me about cannabis. I couldn't care less. I could not care less. Yeah, whatever. You've whatever. You're right. You're absolutely right. Beautiful. Go away and smoke weed. It's great. Right, Paul. Go on.
Do they have their own teeth?
Yeah.
Paul, what are you doing?
Whoa.
How's this helping?
Whoa.
I think I've got it.
Right, well, it's not your turn yet. It's not your turn.
Okay.
Oh, we know it's not.
Sheila, we've got... What was his question?
Has he got his own teeth?
Right, and what was the answer?
Yeah.
Right, Sheila, it's got very tense here. We could really do with a little bit of pepping up.
I don't know what to say because I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either. It's my flipping show. Just some whoops and cheers.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
She's my favourite out of all of you lot. Go on, James, your turn.
Is he a southerner?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it Picture Phil?
No.
Okay.
Woo!
Sheila's displaying a little bit of bias there, but I like that bias. Go on, Paul.
Can I have a guess?
Yes.
Please do, for the love of God.
Is it India?
No.
Right, I'm cutting him off.
I've waited 20 minutes for that.
I'll cut him. He's waited 20 minutes.
I love it. He played the long game. And he got a decidedly lukewarm reception.
And fair play for him for not doing it first go.
Yeah.
Well done. But he was getting bored. Right, but James. God, I hate this.
Can I be against Sheila now?
No,
She's not playing. She doesn't know how to play.
I don't know anyone. I can't play.
I don't know anyone, Sheila. I don't. Go.
Can we not
it,
do
Andre?
it without, can we not do the game, but with not listeners, but with just people?
It's people, just people. Let's talk.
I don't have any listeners, or radio presenters, anyone.
There we go. Well, okay, we've got to finish this boring game first, and then we'll do it. We'll do it, and I'll think of.
Shall I give you some more clues?
Right,
Shall I give you a big clue?
No, don't give us clues.
Well, get on with it then, please.
Right, James, it's your go, for crying out loud.
Is it Andre?
No.
Is it Vinny?
No.
Rainbow George.
You're not playing.
She can play.
You can't just sit in.
Nigel.
No.
Is
it the big racist?
Sorry?
The big racist. No.
Is it right? Okay. Do they sound like they're under 40?
They sound like they are, but I believe they're not. It's a big clue.
It's a bloke.
Yep.
Oh, is it Gatford?
Shut up, man. Gatford sounds like he's 96.
Does he have all his own toes? Oh,
I don't care.
It's been on tonight.
I don't care anymore.
Oh, the man that makes T-shirts. Is it him?
The man that makes T-shirts. Honestly, I couldn't care less. Is it Timothy?
Who sings his life for us?
Bill.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, that was boring.
You were. I'm going to say you were all a massive disappointment.
Well, it was James's idea to play the game, and it was stupid.
James, we had
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Now Sheila wants to play it, but with radio presenters.
Have they got to be on this station?
Oh, no, I'm still not going to get that right, either am I.
Well,
so just people.
Just people.
General people.
With just people.
What, like my Auntie Edna?
It's got to be right. Let's do radio presenters, right, Sheila? And you think of a radio presenter.
Have they got to be all on this station?
No, please. I'm doing.
I only listen to you on the
Everything
station.
else is rubbish.
Flummoxed.
Everything else is
all right then,
Catherine,
Sheila. Is it us?
Catherine, right, please. This is my turn now. Right, Sheila. You can it can be any radio host, okay?
Okay.
Right, I'll go first. Is it Bruno Brooks?
No.
Right, it's James's turn now.
Is it Steve Allen?
It's just us. Is there no one else? It's just us.
Sorry?
You sound disappointed.
Who else are you expecting? There's me, James and Catherine.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh.
Do you want to pull back?
Right, hang on a minute. Stay there. Okay, let's... Dreamweaver!
Oh, don't bring me in. This is fantastic. I'm back online.
Yeah, well, you're brought in. We're playing Guess Who, trademark Hasbro.
I have autism, for God's sake.
Autistic people can play Guess Who, you disableist.
I'm just getting structure to remember people's names.
Okay,
on the radio.
No, don't worry. Literally, this is pure...
We're just saying names.
Pure filler now. Right, Catherine, it's your go.
I'm going to go for the original gangster, Scott Mills.
No.
None of you are playing the game right. That's not how you play Guess Who. You don't play Guess Who and go, is it Roger? Is it Tony? You've got to do the...
You started it by saying Bruno Brooks.
I was feeling lucky.
Well, I was too.
Right. Is it a man? Sheila.
So I have to answer now.
For crying out loud. Yes, you have to. It's a man.
It's a man.
Right. Right.
Of course it's a man.
Just button it. Sorry, I lost my temper. That was unnecessary. Dreamweaver, it's your go.
Hello.
Good evening.
Name a man.
No, don't name a man. Ask a question.
I can't name a man. I can't name anybody.
Right. Ask a question about what they look like or sound like, or whether they're a paedophile.
Do they sound as if they have a strong regional accent?
Good question. Strong. That's a great question, mate. Yes, go on.
No,
No,
they don't.
Okay, right, James, your turn.
Does he have a famous brother?
No.
Catherine.
I don't know him.
Sorry?
She doesn't know him.
I don't know the famous brother. I don't think so.
Okay.
Then he's not famous, so no. Yeah. Do they work on Radio 2?
No.
Do they work on Radio 1?
No.
Dreamweaver, your turn.
Well, they generally work on Radio 1, then they go to Radio 2.
Okay, well, we've established... I don't know. Well, I don't know if he's being autistic or if he's just being deliberately obtuse. I don't know, Dreamweaver.
Your show this evening
Oh, God.
is just spinning my head out.
Mate.
I don't have a computer. I don't go online, and all these people are being so distracted by all of this stuff that's going on.
Dreamweaver, it's honestly, mate, it's had my head spinning as well. I've got no idea what's going on.
Sheila, is it a dead man?
It's not your go!
No!
It's Dreamweaver's go!
It's my go. Does he spill a load of crap when he talks?
Oh, good one.
Oh, well, that's difficult because they all do. Yeah, but they do. So
Sheila? I take great offence at that, Sheila.
What did we do?
That doesn't say a lot about your show, you know.
It doesn't, does it, Dreamweaver? Sheila?
It doesn't, no.
Okay.
A lot more than Ian does. A lot more than Ian does.
Oh, my God.
James, right, James, you'll go.
Is he on LBC?
Well,
Or was he?
Hang on, Sheila, what did you say?
What was the question?
Is he on LBC?
I think he is.
Oh, for
Yes, I will say yes.
Okay.
Do you know what? I've not listened to it for a little while since I found you on here, on Talk Radio.
Got it.
Which is the right thing to say. But, yes.
Is it Ian Collins?
No.
Oh. It wasn't my go anyway.
Has this person been investigated by Operation U-Tree?
I don't think so.
There's a question.
That's worrying. I don't know.
Dreamweaver, you'll go.
His questions.
The thing is, I don't know enough about him now, so I'm getting worried.
You're not even...
She's out of her depth.
You're not even confident what radio station he's on, and we're playing Guess Who DJ.
No, I know what radio station he's on.
It's LBC?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Dreamweaver, you'll go.
I don't listen to any other radio stations. I only listen to your show.
Just say a man's name.
Just say a name.
Phil.
Is it Phil?
No.
Right, James. Is it James?
Is it Ian Dale?
No.
Catherine?
Is it, Najib Wawaz?
No.
Is it Nick Ferrari?
No.
He's actually pretty good.
Now.
Dreamweaver, did you say Nick Ferrari? Hang on, Dreamweaver, did you say Nick Ferrari's pretty
what
good?
Have I landed myself in now?
You just said you don't listen to any other radio stations apart from Talk Radio. Then you said that Nick Ferrari's good.
I used to look after an elderly lady, and she wanted me to sit there and watch This Morning with her, and Nick Ferrari used to be on, and I used to like the way he used to say things, but I've never listened to him on radio. I don't know what radio station he's on.
Okay.
Keep it that way.
Right, James, it's your go.
And my dog got very upset when you said Nick Ferrari.
Okay.
He's very
James O'Brien?
No, I love James O'Brien, so I wouldn't bring him in.
Is it Clive Bull?
No. Can I just say, can I give it a clue?
Oh,
Yes, give us a clue. Hang on.
Ding dong.
Oh, I'm camping out by a church. I've been drumming. I put a sign outside the church tonight saying, "No church parkers only. All violators will be baptised."
Right. Sheila, give us a clue before I lose the will to live.
Okay. Sorry, darling. Can I say biscuit?
So it's Steve Allen?
Yes! It's Steve Allen.
I have no idea who that is.
I thought he was
Who the
dead.
hell is that?
Well, Sheila, that was great fun. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye, James. I never want to speak to you again, mate.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much, Dreamweaver. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee. On air and off the leash. On Talk Radio.
Just remind me, Catherine, silica gel. Can I eat that or not?
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure. So we had in the pantry at home. Good evening, Jerry.
Hello.
Hello, Jerry.
How are you?
I'm much better now that I can understand you. You sound all right. What's going on?
It's a bit cooler tonight.
You've done what? Taken
A bit cooler outside tonight, so...
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's a bit cooler, isn't it?
Yeah, and that does me the world of good. I guess it was a bit painful.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to play it, but, you know, Catherine insisted, and she's doing a show soon, and it's going to be a car crash.
Shut up.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever appeared in a pulp video?
Have I ever appeared in a Pulp video?
Yeah.
No.
Somebody looks like in a Pulp video, obviously not you.
No, it wasn't me. I wasn't in a Pulp video. Not as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I filmed you illegally.
I did some crazy stuff in the 90s, so who knows?
I forgot what I was going to say. I can't. Just go to say. Here's my takeaway. My takeaways here. Hang on.
As much as I like you, I don't want the last 10 minutes of the show to be a man with Parkinson's eating a takeaway.
Yeah,
What you got?
I forgot. My head's gone.
Should we play a game? Guess
No,
what
come on.
Jerry's eating?
Right, I'm cutting Jerry off. Up your bum. Right, enough of these
Chinese, I
enough of
reckon.
these stupid games. No, he's
What?
having an Indian. Right. I feel exhausted now. Absolutely shattered. I feel hungry as well, actually. Gonna have to stop and get a little snickety snack on the way home. What's going on there?
Cold.
So what? Deal with it. Deal with it. Who cares? No one cares. I don't care.
You don't care, but Paul Ross is going to care when he comes in here and he's freezing his nudges off.
Well, when we leave, we'll put the heating up.
It'll take half an hour for him to warm up.
Well, that's Paul Ross's problem. That right now the studio is my domain. It's
a problem.
It is my lair. It is my soiled sock.
Oh God!
And after 1 o'clock, it'll be Paul Ross's soiled sock, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine, and that's the way to go. I forgot to do. I wanted to do this. This was going to be the main thrust of the show tonight. Family doctors have been told to stop prescribing homeopathy. Following a few loads of tweets from people going, "No, but it really does work." Following a landmark ruling in the High Court, at least 400 GPs still practice the controversial treatment, even though there is no evidence it works. Another 250 GPs still do dances around their patients and shake a stick. Another 150 get down on their knees and pray. And many others refer patients to specialist homeopathy clinics or doctors at their request.
And my dad reckons if you put Savlon on it and don't pick it, it'll go away.
I've been putting Savlon on my neck.
Have you been picking it?
I had a good old pick last night.
Don't pick it.
Don't pick it, it'll never heal. In December, NHS England issued guidelines to doctors telling them to avoid prescribe... Yeah, well, if we did this at the start of the show, you know we get a phone call from someone going, right, well, I've got something here. If homeopathy doesn't work, or it's a placebo, how did it cure my dog of cancer? How did homeopathy cure my dog of cancer? If it's a placebo, dogs don't understand medicine. My dog is cured of cancer, so ipso facto, are you lying?
Okay.
You're a liar. It didn't cure your dog. Good evening, Andrew.
Good evening, Catherine. How are you?
Bit rude, mate.
I'm not standing for that behaviour.
That backfired, didn't it?
Yeah. If he wants to call up and try again, call him up and he can try again. There we go.
Here he is.
Hello.
He's sucking on a lot. Look at you, Kojak.
Kojak.
Look at you.
Oh, it's warm in here tonight. I'm going to turn
You're
it down.
kidding me. It's
Morning.
You stirrer.
I like Paul Ross. He's always been my favourite of all the television presenters and the Ross brothers, if I'm completely honest.
Not as good as me Auntie Diana Ross, though. The times I've used that one.
Mate, she was great.
Or my cousin Luther Van Ross.
Wasn't your mum in EastEnders? Was that the...
For years.
She was
it's a great story
extra,
about I should tell you one night.
Yeah.
She was in episode 1. She had Walk on One Part. She was once given... She's quite a large woman.
Yeah.
I have 6 children. And... she phoned me up very... I've got a line. All rang her up for congrats. How'd it go, Mum? Oh, it's all right.
Oh,
what's the matter, Mum? Well, that line. She'd like to go up to the... I had to go up to the stall and touch a T-shirt and say, does this come in extra large?
Youch!
Taking a mickey out of Mama Ross there.
EastEnders fat-shamed your mum.
And then she retired from it, and a year later, the lovely Wendy Richards, whose character Pauline had died, said, will you come back, Maureen, for one day, or Martha they call her, because of her equity name. They said, will you come back for one day to be at the funeral? And they all made a fuss of her, so she's standing beside Dot Cotton, okay?
Yeah.
And then something happened. I can't remember what, but I think Sonia got arrested for some murder she didn't do. And it's very rare that my mum I never really watched EastEnders, but very rare she told me, but she told me about it. I didn't know it was all a top secret, so I said it when I used to work for the Dark Side on LBC.
Oh, no.
And I tell them, by the way, but I said, don't worry, it wasn't Sonia what did it, it was somebody else. I couldn't remember who. Anyway, some 11-year-old apparatchik phoned up my mother and said, well, you know what your son said, he's ruined your career. I beg your pardon.
I remember this. Do you know what? I remember this.
And then, anyway, what they hadn't reckoned with, being the BBC, was I phoned them up and gave them both barrels, but they thought the word apparatchik was a swear word when I called them that. But then they realised when they looked at the rushes, they needed more coverage. And my mum was glued to Doc Cotton's arm, so they had to. They said, "Will you come back, Martha?" "No, I won't push off." Jonathan went mad about it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so what they did was they used to pay 80 quid a day, 85 quid a day for, and my mum used to have to make her own way there, all the way to Elstree, right? What they did was they said, "Well, can we borrow your coat?" Right. So I got invited. "No, you can hire it off her. Right, you can hire it." They paid my mother a coat she bought in Primani £250 to hire it for a day. Listen,
well done.
And they cabbed the coat there and back, and they pinned the check to it. So she got 3 days' money for 1 day's borrow of her coat.
Do not mess with Mama Ross.
What a bunch of monkeys, eh?
Oh, well done you. I remember reading that in the papers.
Yes.
What is on your show tonight, Paul?
Well, we've got a fascinating academic who's coming on, who's been assessing the personality of prawns.
Oh.
And what he says is, in evolutionary terms, even the smallest creatures go into diverse personality types, and there may be an indication about why we have different characteristics. And the ones he said that are more likely to survive, and it shouldn't survive, are the cautious, cowardly, timid prawns.
Oh.
So the prawns, the meek shall inherit the earth. The adventurous ones, while they move the species forward, always get eaten up.
Of course they do.
We've also got a brilliant, not one but two brilliant Rolling Stones anniversaries. They're back on the road.
Yeah.
On this day in 1963, their very first single, a cover of Chuck Berry's Come On, was released. Didn't do that well on Decca, of course. But then 1 year on in San Antonio, Texas, on this day, the Rolling Stones were booed off stage and replaced by a troupe of performing monkeys who'd been their warm-up act.
Man,
that's coming on the show. And not your kind of monkeys,
no,
proper simians.
Proper monkeys, like spinal,
exactly.
it's like puppet show and Spinal Tap. I said to put the band name above the puppets.
So our dressing room's bigger than the puppets. Great, we've got that going for us.
Oh, brilliant.
All that and the usual old tosh.
Paul will be on after one. Andrew wants to try again. Good evening, Andrew.
Sorry, Ian, but I'm building up for a couple of weeks. Hello, Catherine. How are you?
There we go. He's not going to...
It's an outrage,
He's
isn't it?
gone. We're not having that. We're not having
I've got one other thing for you.
Yeah, go on.
How impressive it shows. Not one but two adverts for Father's Days of music centres or boomboxes with cassette players involved.
Well,
for Father's Day. Cassettes are on the way back, and then some. You heard it on the Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle show first.
I've got when I got telly money, the first thing I bought was a really lovely stacking. I bought a set of nads. Stacking stereo system. Got some great nads. Stacking stereo system. And I've still got it.
Wow.
And it plays. I mean, it was about 1,600 quid for the double cassette deck, the CD player, the
the double cassette deck.
Oh, and it's beautiful. And this was 18, 19 years ago, and it sounds incredible, man. So I can't wait to get that.
But remember, home taping is illegal, and it's killing
music.
my music. Music's been a long time dying, but it is killing it.
Paul Ross will be on at 1. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Sam. Thank you to nearly all of the callers this evening. We shall be back this evening at 10 o'clock. Until then, from us, ta-ta.